Alright, so quick recap. So the previous session, or the session before that, kind of started with you all stopping and listening out for any noise after your brief battle with some goblin scouts. You hear nothing. The forest sounds around you, momentarily disturbed, now returning. 2 goblins and 2 wolves lay dead at your feet, with another goblin knocked out. Acting quickly, Jacques, you scout out the nearby region for a place to lie low and rest until the sun rest as the sun sets in the distant west, and the thick black clouds come rolling in from the north on icy winds, making it darker at this point than what it should be. Jacques, with quite a low roll, you find a low overhanging rock with a natural one, obviously. You find a low overhanging rock where you think your party can take some form of shelter for the night. And not finding anything more suitable than that. Feeling the cold breeze picking up and seeing the ominous thick clouds, Jacques, you decide to build a fire break or cover that will allow you to create a fire without it being seen and without it being affected by the weather. This time around, though, you roll a natural 20. So yeah, just in that last session towards the end, I made a small mistake because that natural 20 does affect something, but we'll get back to that after the recap. So at this point, as you start sparking up the fire, fat cold raindrops start falling from the sky, the overhang only providing partial cover from the coming onslaught. As the rain starts to turn to sleet, and before going to bed, you wake the unconscious goblin and interrogate him for information on the castle and its occupants. After some torturing of this poor beaten and hog-tied goblin, you learn that King Groll is in the castle along with Galrin Foehammer and his captured owlbear. And a captured owlbear. Beardrick, you then proceed to knock out the goblin so that you and your party can plan without the goblin overhearing. Trying to find sleep in the cold and wet, however, the night passes without much interference besides the freeze. Waking up, bones aching from the cold, it is still steadily sleeting down. The darkness still wrapping the world and the forest around you. Most of you feel exhausted. But you remember that T. Radoth had given you and decided that it will be the best to deal with this business now instead of heading back to town. You all make the decision to drink the tea, which should warm you up and wake you to full capacity and assist with the coming day's business. Okay, so this is where we're just going to revert back quickly. So with that natural 20 that you had rolled, Jacques, it's going to have an effect on how you passed the night.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. So obviously you rolled a natural one, so that kind of kind of almost offsets it. So, and that's also why I had mentioned who is going to be out or exposed rather. And Beardrick and Jacques, you guys voted to kind of bear the brunt of exposure. So what's going to happen is I'm going to have you all re-roll your Constitution saving throws. However, it's not going to be with disadvantage. It's just going to be a straight roll. Whereas Beardrick and Jacques, you guys, because you voted or opted for being the most exposed, you guys are going to roll with disadvantage. So this is before...
Do they roll again as well? Or they just take the ones they already rolled with disadvantage?
I think we just roll again. I was considering it, but I think we just re-roll. So everyone re-rolls once, except Jacques and Beardrick, you guys re-roll with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, Jacques gets a nat 1 for a 3.
So yeah, you do take a level of exhaustion then.
What am I re-rolling?
Your Constitution saving throw.
No, you're not rolling again.
With disadvantage.
Yeah. Everyone's going to re-roll, including Jacques and Beardrick with disadvantage.
11.
Alright. Adol, that is a fail for you.
7.
That is also a fail for you, Beardrick.
Will I take damage or what?
No, it's just a point of exhaustion.
Okay.
15.
Alright, so you pass, Emma. Alright, and then I need a roll for Daenerys, who rolls a 9. She fails And let's assume. Jeez Louise, terrible rolls. An 8. So he also fails. Alright, but I mean, that kind of goes off of last week. I did actually go back and look at the rolls. Everyone still failed except for Daenerys. So this time around, everyone failed except for Emma.
But then can we still go through what we did last week of drinking
so
tea too?
We still drink the tea. But that just means that there's 1 dose left of the tea for 1 person.
But what if we gave it to the goblin?
I was really considering yesterday. Or not yesterday. Giving it to him to kind of get him on our side. Hopefully this will put him on some type of tea high, or I don't know, caffeine induced.
It'll probably also stop him from rolling. If we try and be stealthy, if he's got exhaustion, he'll have disadvantage on that.
Does he have to roll for stuff like that?
Well, I mean, if he's coming along and he needs to be stealthy, yeah, he has to roll.
I think we give him the tea, yes.
Cool. The rest of you guys happy with that?
Yeah.
Alright. So you give him... Okay, so there's going to be no more doses left of the tea. The goblin does not gain a level of exhaustion. And it actually also ups his...
Yeah, no, he hopefully won't be on the brink of death now.
You feed it to him and you see his eyes light up as the shivering that he still shivers kind of comes to a stop, and you see this relief just wash over him, and you hear this sigh, this as the warmth of this tea, and it does the same. It has the similar effect for all of you. As you drink it, this warmth just emanates through you, and this sense of ease and lightness comes over you. Your muscles relax from the tense cold. Your bones stop aching. And,
do we lose that point of exhaustion then?
Yeah, and your point of exhaustion goes.
Can I, while I know we're past drinking the tea, but while we drink the tea, can I just ask the goblin for its name? Or do we know the name?
You haven't asked, but you do ask, and he says his name is... I had written it down, I'll tell you now. What's going on there? Sorry. But you guys carry on whilst I quickly try and find the name of this critter.
Yeah, so maybe when we're feeding the tea to the goblin, we should kind of just tune like, yeah, this is a favor. Don't fuck us over when you're taking us there.
And you think we can give you more of this tea if you're on our side?
Alright, he just can't find the original name, but he just says his name is... My name's Stredok.
Stredok.
Yeah.
It's a good name. Strong name.
Yeah, it's my father's name, and my grandfather's name. They didn't live very long.
Well, Stredok, as long as you don't try anything funny, I'm sure you'll outlive them all.
We'll see. I mean, if you don't kill me, my fellow clan members will.
Well then that's if you help us see this through, we won't kill you. But your clan members will kill you whether you see it through or not. So it's clear you're supposed to you're on our side. You have to help us now, straight through.
Alright, okay.
Is my zone of truth still active?
No, that was the previous day, and it only lost, I think, 10 minutes.
Of course it does.
Right.
All right. Okay, so now that we've re-rolled, so we all are, I think, set to go from this point. Everyone's removed their point of exhaustion, and
Just wanna,
ready.
before we carry on, I just wanna look at the goblin and wave my dagger at him and say, just remember, Shadok, what happened last time.
Kind of see him glance down at his chopped off finger.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we go, Jacques is going to cast True Strike on the goblin, which will last for an hour. So, wait, duration only up to 1 round. No, that wouldn't work. Sorry, never mind.
Just give me 2 secs. This freaking dog of mine is getting into my thing. Hey, Chewie, what the frick are you doing?
Can you explain True Strike to me?
So I misread it. I thought it lasted up to an hour, but it basically takes a turn and then it gives my character advantage on attacks against that target for the first strike.
Okay.
Yeah, so I thought I could cast it and like keep an eye on him and get an advantage if he tried anything. But it doesn't work that
Yeah.
way, it seems.
Oh, it's in combat more.
Yeah. Which sucks because it takes a fucking action to cast, and I've only got 1 action to attack. So it's not
But it's fine.
particularly
We've got him.
point.
We've got him tied. Still tied. Hands behind his back. So that
Okay.
if he runs, I mean, we can stop him. His movement's already slowed.
Yeah. I think you guys did put a leash on him actually last session.
Yeah. Where did we end last session? We were already on our way, or we just planning?
We were pretty much on our way, but we ended off planning and we wrote notes. I think I posted some things in.
Oh yeah. Fuck it. Read it back. Let's see if we can do stuff.
Okay, so these are the notes that we took down at the end of last session. Minimum 8 enemies, 2 of which are hobgoblins. The idea was to sneak past the first sentry, sneak up the past, to quote whoever said this, balls to the wall sneaking. Then we silence the party. Someone has the ability to cast silence on the party, I believe. So we make no noise as we walk up, kill everyone and their mom, block path behind us, find the owlbear, release the owlbear, feed the owlbear with the goblins, and then get the dwarf and get the fuck out. But it was also stressed that if we have the opportunity to kill the Goblin King, that we should probably try and take it.
Okay. Sneak past the first. Murder the second in silence.
Yeah.
Go up the path.
It's also at this point, as you guys are busy discussing, where Daenerys she's been quite quiet this past day or two. Turns to you all and says, "Yes, I can cast a spell that will allow us to pass silently, and I can also cast silence within an area. I was consulting with my goddess last night, and Beatrix Emma might be able to perhaps help you obtain some strength or regain strength for a couple of hours. It might just help boost your help us through this trial at least, and then perhaps tomorrow I can do the same for you."
Yeah.
So my goddess allows me, and she basically explained that she can give you 5 hit points to your max HP. So she can increase your max HP by 5 for 8 hours.
Well, it'll be a fool to turn that down.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's dope.
Just remember that this is going to take a bit of my power, so
Is it one of her spell slots?
yeah, 2nd level,
Chat.
1 out of 3.
One out of 3.
But it would probably
Well,
be worth it to
there
bolster the party.
Definitely.
All right.
Let's just Let's do it for now, Daenerys, and then we'll see when we need it again. You don't have to exhaust
Right,
yourself.
I agree. And let's I can cast this on three of you. So one other can step forward, and I will begin the spell.
Who's got the lowest?
I am at 32, so I think I'm fine.
What's Emma on?
She's already getting it.
Oh, she's already getting it.
So it's either you or Catman.
Catman, what's your health on?
Scotland, John.
26, he says. 26. Well, he doesn't say.
Yeah,
But his movement is quite insane.
Mm.
We must remember there's not a PC for him here. I rather want you to have that health.
okay. Well, I went her down. I'm at 28.
Okay. So she's going to draw you closer, and you see her close her eyes for a moment as divine sparks of electricity crackle around her fingers. She starts mumbling a few words very silently, but they almost short and very electric, as she pulls out a strip of white cloth from her pouch and starts rubbing it across her hands. And as she does so, the energy and these sparks start to build as she goes and releases this divine spark, and it hits all of you. You feel this electricity surge inside of you, bolstering you and giving you that extra energy, that extra life force, and you all gain 5 additional HP, temporary 5 to your max HP, and that also increases your. You add that to your current hit points as well. So you add those 5.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Thank you,
if they
Daenerys.
lose those 5, and somebody heals them, they gain that 5 back
Yeah, that's right.
for the next 8 hours. Okay,
That's
and then at the end of it, they just subtract 5 from the max. If you're under it, you don't lose hit points, and if you're over it, you just lose how much you are over it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she casts that. Boom. You all get 5. All right.
Nice.
I think she says. I think we're all ready.
I'm
Okay,
ready.
so it's safe to say that once we're in the castle, are we all going to go straight for the owlbear? Are we going to split up? Or what are we going to do?
I think we'll see when we're there. I don't know
Okay.
how else the layout of the castle.
Fair enough, fair enough.
All right. So you guys now stand on top of the hill, trying to peer through the pouring rain and sleet, the warm tea inside of you heating up your bodies, and the thrill of what's to come, giving you the adrenaline to push through this cold. And as you look down the hill, you can make out the slight glow of the camp down below. It's still very early morning, but you don't see. You only see the slight glow of campfire, some sort of light coming from the camp
Okay.
down below.
I think we head there until we're around a distance where you can see what's going on, and then start sneaking around. Can Adol see a safe traverse
All right.
road, or traverse
Well,
up or down? Or...
Well, Jacques and Beatrix had travelled this path previously to go scope out the first encampment area. So what I'm
Yeah.
going to say is, you guys travelled along the very edges of the path, keeping to the thickish brush and on the steep side of the slopes, which drop off all of a sudden as you head more to the sides. So I'm going to have you all roll. It would be with disadvantage, but because you've already gone through and you know the path somewhat, I'll give you all not advantage, just a straight roll for me as you make your way. I'd like you to roll an acrobatics check for me.
Ooh. Come on, I'm good at this. Shit.
I had the
Boys,
same sentiment.
just
11.
leave me. Just leave me at the bottom of the hill, please.
I was like, man, I'm proficient in this. I should be amazing roll.
As well, dude. We both get an 11.
Yes.
All right, so Bedrick and Jacques, you guys have 11. Adar,
1, nat 1.
and then Emma,
7.
7. Okay, then we got Daenerys and Sassoon. I must remember I've got to roll for them. All right, with Bedrick is leading the way at this point. Jeez, why are the rolls so terrible?
Right. Let's get him out the way now, so at least when we combat, we're fine.
Yeah.
All right, so as you all make your way, the wet and the floor is like extremely slippery at this point. As you guys are making your way, Adar, you lose your footing and you begin to slide down the hill.
Oh, boy.
At this point,
Does he
Don't yell, don't yell,
grab him as he
don't
comes
yell.
past me?
you aren't near him. You are leading in the front. So Adar, as you kind of slip and shift down and start sliding with your heavy armor, Sassoon is going to try and turn and grab you because he is closest to you.
I am the one that has got the leash of the goblin. So if I'm going,
The goblins also.
I'm not letting go of that
Excuse me.
leash.
All right, let's see. Okay, the goblin rolls actually very well. So he
course he
he
does.
manages to keep his footing.
Okay.
You pull, and now he's going to make an athletics check to see if he can hold you. Okay, let's see strength. I just need to go to goblin stats. Yeah. Okay, no, that's not good. Okay, so as he manages to very nimbly step over the rocks and fall in logs and steep side of the saddle. And as you fall and start sliding, he tries to hold on to the leash and try and pull you, but isn't strong enough to do so. He's a small creature, and you are a lot larger and carrying a lot more weight than he is, and you drag him with you. At this point, Sassoon is going to try and turn and grab you. He's going to roll a athletics.
Come on, baby.
He goes to grab your hand. You feel it, and you reach a point in the side. I mean, it's a very narrow ledge that you guys are walking on. There isn't much room for maneuverability. He grabs onto your hand, and it slips, not able to catch hold of you. Daenerys is also behind you, however, so she will try and save you. Let's see if she's got any. Hang on, let's see.
Am I sliding forward or?
It's down. It's like you guys, as you're making your way, it's like a triangular type.
Oh,
thing.
okay. I'm
And as
sliding
you-
to the
yeah,
to the
and-
side.
To the side, and as you slide to the side, it becomes steeper and steeper with a pretty much a cliff face drop off of about.
Shit.
Yeah, it goes. I mean, standing on the top of the hill, you know, at that particular point where it drops off to the bottom, there are a bunch of trees and brush and things growing out of the side of it. It is pretty
Yeah.
much a sheer drop, but it's okay. Hang on, let me get the two distances here. It's probably a good from that point 120 feet, so a good 40-meter drop.
Okay.
So as you go, Daenerys is going to try and save you. Also with an athletics. And she does it.
Doing
Her
it.
powerful muscles
Oh,
turning
yes.
towards you and grabbing hold. You see her arms bulge with the effort in trying to pull you, as well as the goblin, who's also now sliding up and into a more stable position. You guys are now standing on the precipice, your heart racing. It was a very tight one, a very close one. If you had fallen, who knows what might have happened. You are kind of looked at by Daenerys with this gaze of like, what the fuck are you doing? Get your shit together, man.
I'm sorry. Nervous. but thank you. Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
And I look to the goblin and say, Zimu?
Stride
Zimu? That's what I said. Thank you. I can see you tried to save me. Or were
Yes,
you just
well-
trying to save yourself?
Both?
Good answer. Good answer.
All right. But I mean, but with those low rolls, it takes you a bit of time to reach the bottom. Now going a bit more slower, so that none of you repeat the same thing. The sound of the rain does drown out a lot of the noises that you make. However, with it becoming lighter as you move on, it becomes this dull grey. It's still very dark, but there is a bit more light at this point. The rain, it doesn't really necessarily feel like it's easing, but it's still not as heavy as the previous night. Perhaps not as cold at this point, but it's still pretty cold, still miserable, and yeah. All right, you guys you reach the bottom now, where it kind of comes down and straightens out and almost rises up again to where you originally came, Beatrix, Jacques, and Sassoon. You come to the point where you'd poked your head out and to peer at this lager or encampment that you see in front of you.
So that was the saddle part now.
Yeah, so this is the clearing. You guys were traversing the saddle part. You're kind of going down because it goes down this.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're traversing it, and this is now the clearing. There's a bunch of trees, and there's a small path leading down the center of it, and you guys were going along the side, not risking perhaps a goblin party coming out in search of their lost companions. However, none have ventured out yet, since it is still pretty early and the weather is rather miserable. So, as you make your way, I'd like Beatrix and I suppose Sassoon. Otherwise, Beatrix, roll perception with advantage as you reach the same point you did the previous day.
All right. Okay, first one was 14. Second one will be... Oh no, 14 is the highest.
Okay, no, that's fine. You look out and you don't see any... it's not the same scene as you saw the previous day. A lot less noise, obviously, coming from the encampment, but you do still see two miserable-looking goblins standing outside, still in almost the same place. You're not sure if they're the same goblins or not. You can't quite make out their features, but they've got these... and it's actually a little difficult to spot in the rain. The only reason you saw them is because of the slight movement of these very rough leather-covered sentries. They got like this very hard-looking leather that's covering their heads. And this kind of standing there with their crossbows in one hand, the other hand kind of trying to keep the leather covering over them, almost like a makeshift rain jacket type thing, as they stand sentry and keep a lookout. They don't seem to be very observant at this point. However, I would like everyone at this now to roll a stealth check for me.
Okay. Come on, be good.
Daenerys also mentions that spell of hers only lasts 10 minutes and can only be, it's also a second level spell, so she only has so many.
Just to confirm, I still roll with advantage because of my boots, eh?
This would be with advantage for you, yes.
Oh, yeah, then 23.
Alright.
Nice.
It lasts for an hour, actually. So, I think... But it's a concentration. So, I don't think she'll cast it now. She'll hang on to that.
I think we should wait. Let's just maybe get past the first goblins and then
Alright. Okay, so stealth. All right. So, Beardrick, what's your roll?
23.
23. All right. Emma,
Hello?
Stealth.
what's your stealth
Oh.
roll? Jacques.
13.
Nice.
8.
It's 9. Ada 8.
11.
11, and then Sassoon. 22.
And that's worth it, won't it? My goodness.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, worth my proficiency.
Ja, wat is ja.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys struggle in such a large group to keep silent, and you do hear to your ears, especially your ears, Bedrick, and even Sassoon, you guys sound very loud moving through. Ada, your chainmail squeaks, and Emma, you kind of try and stifle a sneeze, but it's a little difficult, and Daenerys...
I look back at everybody.
Yeah.
I look back at everybody like an angry math teacher, put my finger to my mouth. I'm like, shh.
You look back at the goblins, Bedrick, and you see one of them kind of twitch a little bit, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you see his hand go out, reach to something, bring it in, and then just take it to his lips as he puts it back down. Doesn't look like they've noticed you.
I'm like, oh. I take a deep breath of relief. Like, thank God for that.
All right. So this next part, you haven't traveled further than this at this point. There's thick brush kind of surrounding this encampment. However, it's on the very edge of a very steep drop off. You are probably able to try and make your way through it. It is going to take time, and it's going to be difficult to squeeze your way past this brush and silently make your way around this encampment without being noticed. Although the rain is giving you partial, very, very partial cover in terms of noise and sight a little bit. Not so much sight at this distance. You see that it's not very far from you. When you look at where the camp is, it's probably a good it's like 20 meters.
Oh, that's
So-
quite close.
Yeah,
How
so
far the
like,
goblins? How far the goblins from us?
the goblins are about 20 meters, so about 65 feet, or call it, make it
Okay.
like 70 feet. Yeah.
7
So like
feet.
yeah, so like
Is there
Yeah.
some tents or anything we can see?
Yeah, so you do see canvas tents like spanned over caravans, and it's a bit difficult to see because they're stacked in a circle, so you only see the two sentries standing by a narrow-ish, maybe 5-10 foot narrow entryway into the center of this round lager type thing. Different types of wagons and things kind of surrounding it like this, with tarps and canvas covering some of the areas. You do see the table, Beardrick, Susan, and you kind of pointed out to Ada, you see the table where you saw the two hobgoblins sitting chatting. The table is almost
Okay.
just within the space that you can look through to see within the area, but it's difficult to make out more than that in the rain. You see the table around there. You're quite confident that there are probably a good number of creatures encamped within there.
I look at Jock is close to me. Right.
Yeah.
You know, like, Jock,
Yo,
should I take the one on the right and take the one on the left?
we
This is-
can do that.
Yeah, this is. You do recall though that the goblin had said that these two sentries here in the front, you can take them out if you wish, but they are only the first of the sentries. There's a second pair on the back end of this lager, where the path starts to go up, and that's also probably slightly more than 20 meters, call it like 30 meters from the encampment. where there's another set of sentries that stand guard on the path that leads up into the butte.
Well, if we take them out quietly enough, I'm sure the other two won't see it. I'm thinking arrow to the head.
Yeah. So I mean, these two goblins are facing your direction pretty much. They're kind of standing there with their covers, crossbows just hanging down low. Not like really look like they're paying too much attention. They look tired and miserable. But you can assume that because the butte is in the direction you're kind of heading in, that straight direction, that the other two sentries are facing the same direction.
Same direction.
So the backs of these sentries are
being watched.
Are being watched
Are
by
being
the
watched,
sentries.
yeah.
Well, not you don't know. You can't see the other sentries from this position.
Yeah. But that is how.
Let's ask our goblin friend how far the sentries apart from each other.
Okay. I slowly remove his mouth covering. I forgot the word for that. And that, not saying anything, but insinuating, whispering to him, speak softly, as I remove it. And now, Bedrick. Oh, how far is the other watch point?
Yeah. How far?
It's a good 90 feet around the corner, and then about 30 feet to the next sentry. So all in all, a good 120 feet.
Till the path goes up.
That's right.
Okay.
Go.
I put the mouth covering back.
Good boy.
Not that hard, you see.
You can see
Okay.
he doesn't want any more shit. He's had enough.
Jock, what do you say?
Jacques got a longbow. We can try and snipe them out. But it wasn't the goal to try and sneak past these ones and then kill the next ones.
Yeah, well, that was the.
Yeah.
that
So
was the
could
goal.
we try and distract these ones away from their post with like that same kind of like bacon smelling rock vibe that we did with the dogs? Maybe we
Maybe
make
we
it
do that, sure.
a
And
disturbance that they go and investigate.
to one side,
Yeah.
and then we sneak past the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a rock?
Why are we leaving?
Maybe this
We
is when we
just-
should be made silent.
Hmm.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
But while we're sparing these two, I mean, isn't it going to be risky to keep two live goblins behind us?
Yeah, well. So we said we would sneak past the first group, and then thereafter
Well,
we kill everything.
Let's
That was that.
let's distract them out of sight from the other peeps and kill them.
And
I just
kill
don't
them.
think it's a
Okay.
good idea to snipe them where they're standing right now, because I think that's going to be noticed.
Yeah,
If we
that
can
makes
get them
sense.
Let's like try and draw them closer, and then we can ambush them.
Just
Yeah.
take the fun out of everything.
We can
They-
snipe the next group, because I'm
They
very
will-
keen to play Legolas here.
They will
If I don't
die.
get to snipe somebody today.
They will die. We just get them to one side.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I would like to.
Hey?
They're small, they stink, and they got sharp teeth.
Would I know anything that we could distract them with for e.g.
Shiny stuff.
Shiny stuff like a pot of gold? If I use my spiritual weapon,
You do. Although goblins may seem unintelligent or stupid, they have a level of cunning to them. They are also known for playing tricks and laying ambushes. So they're not, that they aren't necessarily going to be fooled straight away by. You just need to keep that in mind, is all I'm saying. And also, spiritual weapon, you can cast it to look like something, but it's not necessarily an illusion. If that makes sense.
Okay, so I can do that magical tinkering where I can make
Mm.
something emit an odor or a non-verbal
Sound.
sound or a light, a radius light. So I think I don't know how snow is gonna travel in this weather, if at all. So maybe do I don't know, a ball of light. Just see if they go.
Yeah.
Jock.
Yeah, and then we
I
ready
try
that
to
when
find
they're
that.
like,
Yeah. You see if you can sneak a little bit closer so you can, or whatever, or just ensure headshots. Maybe take
Okay.
aim, take stance or whatever, and then we
yeah.
see.
Jacques is going to cast True Strike on his target, so he's got advantage when he attacks.
Nice.
So the goblin mentioned there's a turn or there's a corner around the bend.
Yeah.
Yep.
To which way is the bend going?
There's no corner necessarily. So you have the goblin standing here with the entrance pretty much over here. Hang on, jeez, freehand draw. Doesn't help. I
Oh,
draw in
there.
green. Like the entrance pretty much like over here. You see there's like barrels and stuff also still over here, like going this way around and like over here nearby, like that. And then the edge of the grove or whatever you want to call it kind of runs around it where there's some brush going like that, with the saddle like running along the edges like that. And then you guys are almost kind of like just on the edge over here, coming along the edge of the brush. There's still like this is the clearing where it kind of opens up here, and you're just on the inside where the trees and things are.
So to the other side of that white lines, to the other side of the goblins, is like cliff mountain-ish.
Yeah, it's very steep.
Very steep, yeah.
That's where you could traverse, but like I said, it's going to take time.
Yeah.
And if you want to do it quietly, you're going to have to like try and
Okay.
be stealthy.
So then, is there just watch out? I think there's somebody at my.
Mm-hmm.
Just watch out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abraham is nog daar.
We're all waiting in
What's it? Suspense.
yeah, popcorn and coke.
What happened to Ida?
Yeah, sorry guys. I thought there was somebody in my driveway.
Fuck.
Sure.
But no,
What-
it's just somebody in the road honking for some freaking reason. Okay, so is there a rock or something next to Adar?
Yeah, I mean, there's rocks everywhere. It's quite a, even though there is it's a mixture of rock and dead debris and there's these thickets of trees and brush.
Okay, so I take around about, let's say, a cricket ball size, roundish rock, but not necessarily, and I see if I can throw it, let's say, over there. Now, I want to imbue it with, but I want to throw it like a loop, like see if I can throw it over the trees and land there, rather than, just straight through.
All right. Okay, I'll say roll just a straight dexterity check for me, please.
Straight not a acrobatics, just straight dexterity.
Yeah, I mean, if you're proficient with acrobatics, then you can roll.
17.
Okay, I know you lob it exactly in the direction and with this curve over the branches, so that it's not quite known where it's coming from. And
I want to.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. So can I describe the radius light, or is it one size fit all for this stuff?
I'm not quite sure. I'm sure you could set the radius of the lights if you so wished.
No, not set, but I would like to make it more a goldish
Yeah.
color, like a goldish sheen sparkle, rather than just a white flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's fine because I think you get to do object sheds bright light in a 5-foot radius and dim light for an additional 5 feet. Now I'm sure you can
Oh,
set that.
shit.
I mean, yeah.
Will they be able to see it then?
I mean, yeah, if it's a bright light, and
Okay.
but also remember, if you're gonna do it, they're gonna you have to cast it. You have to touch it, don't you?
Yeah, I pick up the rock, don't I?
Yeah,
Throw
but
it.
then when you light, you have to light it up in your hands.
Yeah, I light it up in my hands and like
Oh.
under my.
Right.
You're like turning my back and then
But I mean, when
yeeting
you-
it.
Yeah, when you throw it. Okay, no, that's fine. If you okay.
Yeah. No. Right.
No, you,
Okay.
you get it right.
Okay.
Okay.
No, you're lucky because these goblins they're all very low on their perception checks. So
It's cold. Leave them
yeah,
alone.
it's cold, and I mean they would have been able to discern the direction of where the rock was coming from. You might have lit it behind your jacket, but you're still gonna have to throw it, and that throw
Yeah,
motion would have given away the direction. But they rolled a 2 and a 6. So you
A little bit of luck.
yeah, and I mean with that 19 that you rolled a 19.
17.
17,
17.
yeah. That 17 roll, you are able to make it look like it comes from some other direction. So you throw this rock, and as it goes, you see you see them both kind of jump a little bit. They were busy sleeping. It almost seemed like. You see them communicate to each other in low tones, like. There's low guttural language. You see the one on the further side kind of point to it and nod its head and go, and the other one just turns and says, kind of goes up, and this one starts slowly but surely circling. This one over here starts going slightly closer, but you see him also turn in. Hang on, fuck's sakes. Turn in a little bit like this. Being now slightly wary and on alert, he turns in, stands at the entrance, and you see him pick up what looks like a large pot and a spoon almost. And he's standing, just kind of standing ready. The leather tarp now dropping off of him. The leather on this one also dropping off. As he slowly but surely circles closer to this object that came, according to him, out of freaking nowhere. He kind of just stops at this distance, and he's going to try and now make a more better decision or perception check on to see what this is. Not investigating. He's not going right up to it, but he's going to check what it is. Staying close to the inside of not the inside, the outside, but staying close to the edge of the lager.
Beardrick, you're
yeah.
taking aim alongside me, right?
Exactly. I was just about to whisper to you.
Yeah. Do you have do you have like rogue abilities? Like do you get sneak attack damage?
I do.
You do. So I would recommend. Sorry for the bit of metagaming, but if you aimed for the guy who looks like he's going to cause an alarm, I'll aim for the guy who is technically the secondary target.
Let's just see what that goblin's reaction is.
Yeah.
Remember, this is all happening within seconds. So at this
we're gonna hold to strike until the moment that they are about to raise an alarm. We'll strike just
If
before
he
that.
lifts that spoon higher than his wrist, I'm letting go of the arrow.
Can I bless Bedrick and
Jason.
Jock
Jock.
Jock
Couple of pew.
in the meantime?
Yeah, I mean you can bless them. I think as you guys are preparing, I mean, a bless only takes a matter of seconds to cast.
Bless is what? Plus what on attack or damage?
You get a D4 on attack rolls.
D4 on attack rolls.
Yeah, and saving throws.
Excellent.
Okay, so you bless.
Who's up to
yeah.
3 creatures? So who's behind Patrick and Jason? Jacques, sorry.
Okay.
I think.
No.
Let's see.
It would be Sassoon though.
Yeah, I feel maybe I think we'll have Daenerys there as well, because she's got she does have a spear she can throw if need be, or even a spell she might cast. But nothing
Okay.
really
Okay,
silent.
so
Yeah,
the-
so
Okay, I'll bless. Oh, okay.
Yeah, bless those.
Jacques, Patrick, and who's now in front now?
Daenerys.
Daenerys.
Daenerys, yeah. Please.
Okay, so all blessed for a minute. I think it lasts 4.
Cool. Jock,
Yo.
I whisper,
Yeah, up to a minute.
I'll whisper to you. Ready?
I want to see
So-
what that goblin.
Yeah, so the goblin stands 2 feet, about 10 feet away from this thing, using its eyes more than anything at this point. It struggles to make out the bright light coming from this rock. It's not sure what it is. It's looking a little uncomfortable. It looks back at its friend and kind of gives a shrug. You see the other goblin kind of saying something of like sounding like he wants to sound the alarm, or just kind of asking if he should sound the alarm. And the other one's like, he just kind of shrugs like and kind of gives a bit of a shake of a head and a guttural just hang on a second kind of look. All right. Now he's just gonna roll to decide what to do. Okay. He kind of not quite knowing what this is and not trusting it, he doesn't want to go and investigate this thing. He's gonna come back in, and you see him chatting. No one here speaks Goblin, right? He talks to this goblin, and you hear Stradek next to you, kind of nudging you, Adar, as if he also wants to say something.
Okay. I put my ear like close to him, and just loosen up the
Gag.
mouth.
The gag, yeah.
The gag, yeah, that. Yeah.
He says, they're going to call the captain. And you see, or they're
okay.
discussing. They're discussing on whether or not they should call or wake the captain. And
If they bring the captain, we could kill him.
Yeah.
and you see the
Yeah.
one. Yeah, they're now in discussion quickly, and the one is still keeping an eye. They're both eyeing it out, and you see the one nod like, yeah, go grab the run. And then the one that was holding the pot and pan kind of leaves it there, and he rushes off into the lager.
Okay.
So at this point, there's
Damn
only
it.
one kind of standing here. At
Let's
this
kill
point.
him. Let's kill him and hide the body.
Kill him and move across the bridge through the entrance.
This one.
Oh, wow.
This one picks up the pot and pan and just holds it at the ready. A pan and spoon or ladle or whatever as he rushes
If-
off.
If you kill him there, that's at the entrance. Fucking
Or we
door.
wait-
Ah,
we
I
wait
hate-
for the captain and we kill the captain.
Oh, I'm getting tired of holding my sword
Okay,
already.
let's kill him. Let's kill this dude and just rush. That this is a good opportunity.
Yeah. I tell Sassoon that he's going to get the captain, and I try to signal to Sassoon to get ready to run to get the
Alright.
body. So if Pedrick and Jock kill it, he's there to drag the body. And I don't know if he'll understand, but drag it just underneath these barrels there.
Jock and I, Jock,
Or-
we're both aiming for the same goblin.
Yeah, we're both aiming for this one.
Alright, so
But I
this
mean,
will- yeah.
as soon as those arrows leave the bows, Sassoon must be running.
Okay. Alright, so roll to hit then. As you guys draw and shoot, Sassoon moves up behind you, preparing to make his way through.
I rolled a 14.
That's a nat 20.
Shit.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. Now you obviously add the d4, that doesn't matter because they both hit. You can roll some damage there.
9 for me.
8 times 2. Is that how you run crits?
Oh, you just roll, I just say you roll extra die for it.
Okay, then total of 8. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. With that, very easy. You guys let loose. Beardrick, yours striking in its gut. Jacques, yours going for the throat. It's not even able to make a sound or noise as the arrows pierce him from out of the dimly lit area. You don't even hear it sailing through there. And he goes down.
Cool. We're running. We're moving already.
I don't know if we should be moving, but
Shouldn't we all be rushing to get through now?
Yeah, you can. I mean, Jacques Ada asked Sassoon to go fetch the body and hide it.
Yeah, that's. Oh, so you want to? Okay. So he hides the body, and we see if we can
can't
make
get
it
in.
through this encampment.
Well, isn't this the entrance that now goes over a bridge to the next sentries? Isn't this a good opportunity to...
Yeah, this is a clearing. So I mean, there's some space on the edge of this logger over here.
Then
to easily make your way across, but that's without stealth. There's no cover or anything. Whereas if you took the more harder but stealthier way, yeah. Or you could go straight through the middle of this thing if you really wanted to. But then when you get through it, the back end, the way that the goblin describes it, is that at the back end of this thing. Let me quickly draw it a little bit. Yeah.
Sorry, that's my mistake. I was under the impression that going through was the sneaky route. I apologize. We should go the sneaky route around.
So you have this logger type thing like this, surrounded by like steep cliffs like that, with brush on the sides. Oh jeez, it's not the right green. Okay, that's also not the right green. Oh my word. Brush on the side, and then towards the back end here, this is where the path kind of starts going upwards. There's like a good I don't remember. Yeah, a good.
You're drawing on the other side. That's
So you guys are coming from this direction, and then over here, there's sentries over here. The way the goblin describes it, and the distance between the laager and this particular point here is about 30 feet.
Fucking leave the body where it is. Mission around is going to cause a distraction and draw these guards there, and then we'll sneak past.
Oh, I see. I understand what you mean. So we leave the body there, where it is now. We scuttle around here because the shiny shit is there.
Yeah.
And then somewhere there, wait for the captain and them to see and sound the alarm or whatever, and then
we sneak past. Yeah.
Sneak past.
So when we get here, we'll have that spell cast on us to make us super sneaky.
Super sneaky silent.
Alright. Okay, so you guys, this all happens in a matter of moments because at this point, you see the goblin disappear as you guys also as you shoot him down. Quickly decide what to do. You see the goblin disappear into the laager. Its back still turned. It didn't even notice the other goblin go down. And at this point, you guys make up your mind to run past, or make your way past at least, without going on the difficult cliff edge, which would take more time. But you're still planning on stealthing. So I need everyone, and then Daenerys at this point will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Nice.
So she casts Pass Without a Trace, so everybody within 30 feet, how much for the duration? Silence. Yeah, within 30 feet gets plus 10 bonus to stealth. So everyone roll stealth plus 10 to your stealth.
Yes. Oh, come on. 9 plus 10, 19.
Does my
Alright.
disadvantage still count?
Yeah, disadvantage still counts.
Hey, 21.
23.
Nice. Okay.
Kijk, meis met slippers aan.
20.
Alright, so Pedrick, you rolled, you said a 23. Emma, what did you roll?
23.
23. Daenerys rolled a 21. Jock,
19.
19. Ada?
20.
Alright, and Sassoon rolled a 26. So as you guys run through, your heart's racing, you see Daenerys cast a spell, but you don't notice anything happen until this almost shadow surrounds you. Your footfalls make no sound as they tread on the wet ground. Your breaths that you feel coming faster and heavier as you run seem to disappear. No sound coming from your mouths as you silently make your way across. The goblin also easy. Okay. As you silently make your way across, no one noticing you. At this point, you get about a few, just past halfway, when I'm assuming Beatrick, you're in front at this point. You notice they're not really hiding or anything, but you notice the 2 sentries, and okay, 16. Let's see here quickly. It's not a bad roll for the goblins. Nope. Alright. Okay. They haven't noticed you yet. They're also standing there with their with this rough-looking leather kind of covering them, trying to stay as dry as possible and warm. What do you do?
We're not in a massive brush right now.
No, you guys are running along the edge where they've kind of cleared away trees. You see broken, you see half chopped down, not half chopped down. You see stumps of trees, large trees, and fallen branches and things like strewn across here. It's a little bit rough, but not too difficult for you guys to traverse. You're not going through the rough, harder edge of this saddle, where it comes up to the raised path that kind of climbs up onto the butte.
Should we kill him and run?
No, I mean, we can't really get past them now.
How many are there? 2.
Yeah,
Just 2 of them.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. They're pretty much like over here. Hang on, let me. So you guys, let's move this out the way. Hang on. They're standing here, pretty much on guard on the rocks. Well, not on the rocks, on the start of the climb of the path. And then you are pretty much over here at this point. Like, not exactly like how. I mean, this isn't exactly to scale, but I mean, you just passed halfway, so that in actual distance, you'll probably be now where you are. So if I turn you guys around.
The place would have expired by now. It's only a minute.
Is it?
Mm.
No, Blaze. I'd say Blaze would still be up. I mean, if it lasts a minute, Blaze will still be up.
Find weakness.
So you reach about this point when you notice the 2 sentries kind of standing here by the entrance of the path.
Do you have
Okay,
anything
I look at Jock and I say,
Hey?
I look at Jock and
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I look at Jock and I ask him left or right.
I'll take this one.
By now,
Can
even
I lift my bow as well, my long bow? for in case?
Yeah, you can draw your longbow as well. Daenerys gets her spear ready. They haven't noticed you yet. There's going to be a surprise round. Roll to hit. It's also at this point, Sassoon hears with his passive perception. Let's see who else has high passive perceptions. Daenerys also has pretty high passive. Beatrix, not so much you. Emma, you hear this as well. But you hear the sound of goblin chatter coming from a very nearby, pretty much just to the right of you. You hear this. Get out! And then you hear even louder, like shouting, "What the heck? Get the Like what the like very grumpy sounding, angry sound coming from right next to you. All right.
Oh my word.
Fuck, my goblin's terrible.
No, that wasn't that. The situation.
No, but anyway, I'm just mentioning in any case. So you, Jacques, going for the one on the left, Beatrice going for the one on the right. Roll to hit for me, please.
Be a 15 for me.
13.
And but I'm going to use the thing, so plus 1d4.
Bless.
Yeah. You guys have Blaze. Is that with Blaze, hey, Beatrice?
Yeah.
13 with bless for Jacques.
What is Daenerys' weapon? Does she have a bow?
She has a spear. She has a spear at the ready.
Okay. I think let you go for the left one as well, and then Adar throws his axe at the right one.
Okay, she's going to go for the left one. All right, yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, I misspoke on that hit. There's it's an 18 to hit for Jacques.
Okay, good. Yeah, because 13 just misses. All right.
Roll to hit. Damage.
Beatrice, yeah, did you hit? What did you roll? Sorry.
The 15 with my bless.
Yeah, that hits. All right, and then spear roll for Daenerys. Yeah, that hits. And you rolled your axe to hit, right, Adar?
Yes.
Yeah.
15 plus 7, 22.
You guys with ease and grace, you take these two goblins out so quickly they didn't see it coming. Managing to get through the hard leather that's covering them. Your arrow, Jacques, piercing the leather. I mean, you drew back so hard that it went straight through. The spear of Daenerys going right through the opening where the head is, and same with yours, Beatrice. Your arrow manages to pierce also through the covering with Adar's axe, pretty much going in over in and landing in the creature's head, pinning the leather covering onto its head. All right.
Nice.
And at that point, you guys keep running through. As you guys pass the two dead goblins, Daenerys is going to take her spear back.
Is there next to those goblins to our side? There would be quite a bit of a cliff now, right?
So at this point, it kind of narrows down even more and comes to a bit more of a drop, and then to the sides, the cliff rises up, or the butte rises up. So this rises. But the path becomes narrower and narrower as it goes to the top of the butte. It becomes more rocky as you reach this point.
So the goblins aren't standing at a place where we can just drag them and drop them off the cliff.
No, you can do that.
I think we should do that.
Yeah, good plan.
Before we do that, can I just retrieve my arrow?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So for the arrow.
Oh no, I can't say yes.
Thank you, Adar. Appreciate it.
I just need you to roll a. What was I gonna say? I think it's a perception for me, please, Beatrice. And you too, Jacques, if you'd like to collect your arrow.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. It's not to find it, it's more to see whether or not it broke during the flight.
What to say, I know exactly where it landed.
Got a nat 20.
I rolled a 3.
Yeah, Beatrice, your arrow unfortunately broke on impact. The shaft or the arrowhead stuck in the goblin, and the shaft quite badly damaged as it pierced the leather covering. Your arrow, however,
That's what I call
Jacques, is
So I call it strong shot.
yeah. Jacques, your arrow is in good nick still, and you're able to reuse it.
Nice. Puts it back in his quiver.
All right.
And missions through.
So take your arrow and kick the
Thank
goblin
you,
off.
Evan.
Yeah, we
Take your arrow.
looked over out, tossed the,
Take the arrow. No, it's not that funny.
You toss
That's
the body,
brilliant.
tossed the body off the cliff, and then mission.
make your way up. All right. So as you guys start climbing up, the cone of not cone of silence, but the pass without a trace still surrounding you, making your way from shadow to shadow, making you guys harder to see. As you reach the top of this this butte, this embankment, you reach the top area or the top of the path. You see in front of you and through the rain this huge probably not the biggest castle some of you have seen, but the castle consists of these 7 crumbling towers of different sizes and heights. The upper stories are all of varying states of collapse. A short flight of steps lead up to a terrace in front of the main entryway. Past the wreckage of a pair of sundered doors lies a shadowed hall. Round towers loom over the entryway, with dark arrow slits looking down the terrace. So you reach the top of this. There's a short plain in front of you, like open field, and then you see light streaming out of these arrow slits in the castle. It looks like it's definitely inhabited. The doors, like I said, sundered, broken down, piles of rubble in front of the entryway. You have these stairs kind of terracing up to the entryway. Yeah, what do you do at this point?
What do we do? Look for a place to hide.
Yeah, is there? Can we see if there's like any side hallways moving? I don't know if you said.
Roll a perception check for me, whoever's leading.
I still think Bedrick is leading. Bedrick and Jock.
I think if Jock can help me, then we can roll with advantage because
Yeah.
my perception's a bit low.
His giggles are very high.
Yeah, my giggles are very high. I'm still composing myself here, sorry.
Yeah, I'll aid in your perception, so you roll with advantage, I guess.
Let's see. Yeah, they haven't. The first one was 2, so let's see what the next one is. Oh yeah, no, fantastic. 19.
Nice.
All right, yeah. So you make out the movement of creatures by these arrow slits. There's 2 kind of facing the terrace way, angled towards the terrace. You see the lamplight or torchlight that's streaming out flicker. There's probably some creatures walking or keeping watch at those slits. You look for a place to hide. It's very sparse. There isn't much around. There's a small brush and a bit of a small little scraggly tree, but you do notice a bit like a section of boulders that are sitting on top, or just piled up pretty much. The soil around it eroded over time. It looks like it might be a good place to scope out the place or scope out the castle without any of its occupants seeing you.
Nice.
So you make your way towards it. As you guys start making your way, you hear the ringing of you just faintly make out the ringing of what sounds like a ladle hitting a pot.
There we
Down
go.
at the
That's
bottom.
I
right.
knew it. I knew
Now we
it.
just let them run.
All right. The goblin also kind of at this point, so you guys make your way to this pile of rock, and that's able to cover. I mean, you are a large party. Past without a trace is still up. I'll still ask everyone at this point to roll a stealth check for me as you make your way towards this cover.
is there the entrance or the door? Is there entrance or doorway, and where is it in relation with this?
So the
Pile of
path,
rocks.
as you come up the path, the doorway is right in front of you, and you see the doors. There are no doors. It's this black entryway. You can see
Okay,
into the
yeah.
castle. This pile of rocks in relation to as you come up the path, and you see the front of it. It's just to the left. It's not It's not straight and to the left. It's literally as you come up to the top, to the left, almost on the edge of the cliff, pretty much.
Okay.
And as you look back and down, you can just make out the encampment, movement happening, creatures making their way, torches being lit, as they go to investigate what's going on. All right, so you guys make your way there. Roll stealth, and then +10.
So it would be 31 for me.
I rolled a
Yeah.
30. Yeah.
Fucking shadows.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
That
so
makes
that's.
it flip.
all
Even
right,
my ghost doesn't make a noise.
Yeah, the silence envelops you. Your equipment, it feels like it hugs you. It's this absolute silence that surrounds all of you. Oh no, that's awesome. That's perfect. So you guys make your way to this pile of rock for a better view, or to kind of regroup at this point. You stand around. You can see the entryway. You see the arrow slits kind of facing more towards the entryway. They're at a bit of an angle. What are you all doing at this point? As you discuss, you do hear the sound of. It's very faint, like. The encampment is a bit of a distance away, and the rain is muffling the noise coming from there. You can just make out the faint sound. The banging has stopped. You make out the faint noise of like it sounds like calls, but it's very difficult to hear. But you do make it out on that perception check. I'm just going to go run to the toilet. You can discuss quickly what your plans are.
Well,
Okay.
guys, if nobody's, I mean, I'm assuming that Cole's going to attract some attention, so we should probably wait and see if anybody comes running out of the castle.
It's quite faint.
Yeah.
I think it would cause them to go running to the scene. So maybe, we wait and see if anything runs past us, and then we can sneak in further.
Just give it a few minutes, nothing serious, just a couple of minutes, and then.
We're quite a large party, so I don't know how much. Oh, covered. Don't you think we should just use our stealth and just peer into the left and right into the castle?
Well,
Or the
I don't want
arrows.
to. Yeah, the arrow slits. I don't want to look down because it's just not as an arrow waiting for me.
Through the eye, yeah.
And then I don't want to just break a door down immediately in case.
No, there's
somebody's
no
about to come.
doors.
Isn't there a door? Aren't we the entrance?
No,
No,
the
the door-
entranceway is open. It's just black into
Oh,
the. We can see straight
okay,
into
the
the
brick
But
castle.
also-
the
it's
arrow
broken down.
slits are facing the entrance, isn't it?
Yeah, at a bit of an angle. They're like they kind of angled a little bit like that, so they face outwards, but also towards like this like cross
Path.
over the end. Yeah.
At
I'm
what
not going to
heights?
take
At what
There-
heights are the arrow slits?
They're about 10 feet off the ground.
It's 10
So-
feet off the ground. So
I
we
could
can.
walk. I could walk straight underneath it, basically.
Yeah.
Where?
Can I?
Yeah.
Oh, we did ask him. He doesn't know where the bugbear is. Fuck sakes.
Then I'm with
Oh,
Adam. We
the-
sneak our way in. Easy.
Yeah. Leave me. But yeah, I think we should check.
Well-
But I don't think we should split up yet.
I think
I
we should
think we
leave you. I think if you just hang back and let us just clear a path as we go along quietly, then you just come behind us.
Yeah, but for now I'm fine. How long does that super silent ninja magic tricks work?
It lasts for an hour, but it requires me to concentrate. And as she says that, she's going to cast disguise self, and you see her form change. She grows a foot shorter. She's not a very tall person to start with, and her skin starts to go all warty and green, and her clothes go all ragged and leathery. as she
Oh
takes
my god.
as she takes the form. You also notice that she's covered in as she does this, these weird shapes on her arms and on her body where you can see her skin. You see this movement happening. It's quite weird. It looks like ink running across her skin as
Yeah.
as she changes into as she takes the form of a goblin.
I like grab Jock who's next to me and I whisper to him, "Oh my, the nurse is melting."
No. What the
She's
Um,
an elf,
Half health.
an half elf. Thank you. And I'm an elf. Would I? Hi, elf. Thank you, Bedrick. Would I know anything from my background?
I mean,
Okay.
you spent a good amount of time with Daenerys on the road previously, and you have noticed. I'll say roll a perception check for me. This is just going to be I'll say a perception with advantage, just to see if you've picked this up over a period of time with her. Just want to see.
Okay, I think we should not dive into backstory now.
No, well, I mean, this is just a quick.
Oh,
I mean, this
perfect.
is just in her mind. I mean, in Emma's mind, if she recalls.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just trying to establish whether the not anything about Daenerys. Actually, I'm trying to establish whether the signs or the moving ink on her now goblin arms mean something to me.
So you
Okay.
can roll a perception, just a general perception, with advantage.
18.
Nice.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, I mean, Daenerys is covered in a lot of ink and tattoos, although most of her is covered in armor and leather at most times. But spending time with her, you did notice that every time you saw some of her tattoos or her ink, they were slightly different patterns, or as if her tattoos shift and change over time. Well, but you don't know. You're not sure if it's over time, but she often has them in a particular way that she probably finds that she likes, and she might change an odd detail here or there. It seems like, so you probably deduce that she's able to somehow manipulate whatever ink she's had done to her.
Okay, then
Okay.
I'll whisper to the group that I think Daenerys has just manipulated her elfin tattoos, bad girl tattoos, to a more goblin typey
Style.
tattoo to, be more stealthy or what you
To blend in more.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to blend in a bit, guys. Don't be alarmed. This is nothing new. Anyway, okay. So at this point, you also make out. All right. Sorry, you don't make out anything at this point. What are you doing now? Where are you heading?
Oh, I suppose we're gonna sneak our way in.
Yeah.
All right, through the front door. Perfect. All right. So whoever's going. Hey.
I was 10 feet. I don't think any of us are at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just thinking, should I leopard crawl now?
No one's giant among us. So.
Yeah, just remember. I mean, they're 10 feet off the ground, but they are. It's not like they're only. It's not like their perception is 10 feet off the ground either. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're standing on a balcony, you can still look down.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. But
Where we are now, sorry, talks to interrupt,
Yeah.
but where we are now, could we climb up? If we drank that climbing potion, for example, could we like scale the wall to get
Yeah.
into the ceiling?
Yeah,
Thinking that way.
Oh.
Because
But
maybe
yeah.
rather than sneaking in, we have someone drink the potion, scale up, tie a rope, and then throw it down, and the rest of us up onto the
Fair
roof.
enough.
yeah,
Because I
that's
think
possible.
the front entrance is going to be a bit guarded now that the alarm has been sounded.
So
You
what's-
still
is-
don't see with that perception. You don't see any activity happening within the castle. It looks as if And I mean, like I said, that noise is just barely perceptible to you, and the castle from where you are now is still quite a distance, like a good 65, well, call it,
Would it be acrobatics or climbing walls?
100, like 130 feet. Yeah, it would be acrobatics, yeah. Well, it depends on how you want to do it. If you want to do it slow and stealthily, it's going to require more muscle to kind of make your way up, because you're going slow and you using more concentration, whereas if you're going quick and without trying to be too quiet, you can use acrobatics. Although acrobatics can still be quiet if you roll high enough, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, because I'm proficient in acrobatics, so I just wanted to
Yeah.
see if I could take it.
So it's up to you on how you want to do it. If you decide to go the slower,
Well,
stealthier way, the DC or the
Portion, what does that do for the guy climbing?
the potion gives
gold.
advantage.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it gives advantage and
What is?
Okay, that could do advantage. I mean, I got +7 in acrobatics.
But that's for the person with the.
Drinking the potion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your style?
Stealth +7.
So.
With advantage, by the way.
Yeah, you'd be fucking perfect to send up the wall.
Exactly.
Alright.
So that's not a bad idea. How high is the wall? Sorry, I got out there for a bit.
it varies at different parts, but it looks to be on average about 30 feet.
Okay, maybe Sassoon and Monkey Bedrick traverse it, and we use what's Daenerys as a forward scout to like go walk up, check left, right at the if there's anyone watching the arrow slits. If not, we rush up a bit. You climb, we're in, or do you think we leave Daenerys to find out where the bugbear is? Ugh, I call it the fucking bugbear. It's not the owlbear. And then she comes back.
She just
That's
mentions
my
also
two
that
strategies.
remember this stealth only applies to people nearby me. You have to be close to me to benefit from the spell.
Oh, the stealth spell.
Decencies apply.
So once I'm on top,
Yeah.
that's it.
Can we see if there's like a second level, like a castle wall, the top of a castle wall where people are walking or standing or...
Well, with that other perception, no, you don't see a second level. You just make out broken down kind of. It's a very broken down structure. This and very old, and you don't see any sentries or any crenellations or anything that would allow someone to kind of walk along the top. It looks as if. Hang on, I actually have a quick a picture that I could show. I suppose I should have done that. Something like that.
I turned your video down.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, there. Okay. Is there stairs in front of this one, or should we
Yeah.
ignore that? Stairs?
No, there are. There's stairs that kind of go up either way, and then it terraces. And
Oh,
there's
and
the
then
door.
terraces. Okay,
Yeah.
and those arrow slits that are crossed are,
Yeah, those
are
are the arrow
accurate.
slits. Yeah.
Okay. I think we should.
Normally in nature, there's specific signs that, like a ant bear den is, you can see tracks and stuff. Is there any signs around these arrow slits that could indicate whether it's being used? Is there a lot of dust? Is there
Well, roll a perception check for me.
How far are we again away?
You're about 120 feet. So 120 feet, that is equal to about 30 to 40 meters.
Okay.
it's a 23?
All right. You look from this side, and being in the wilderness for a while, you don't notice anything. It would actually, yeah, you don't notice any animal, or sign of animal on this particular side of the structure. You're quite confident that, thinking to yourself that, if you were going to keep an animal somewhere, it wouldn't be in the front, where if you had somebody storming or attacking, you'd want to have people to keep watch and be able to defend, not have a giant creature that would be able to, cause disruption or destruction whilst you're trying to keep away attackers, if that makes sense.
Can we move around the castle? Like, how far are
Yeah.
the walls from the cliffs?
No, you can. I mean, there's a good amount of edge before the drop off of the cliffs,
Okay.
so you can move
And-
around.
And then the last thing I want to ask, can what's my character name?
I know.
Adar, do a quick perception check back on our track, because we did make out some faint potting.
Yeah.
Potting
Roll a
alarm.
perception check.
15 plus 1, 16.
Alright. From this vantage point, and the light in the sky is increasing. It's still dark, but with your dark vision, this looks like almost like bright day. Knowing that these creatures also have dark vision, you see a group of goblins headed by a hobgoblin heading up the path you had just come from, where the creature was killed. But you also see another hobgoblin, surrounded by goblins heading up the path of the butte, coming up onto where the castle is.
Like from our behind.
Yeah, it's kind of, you got moved up and to the left of the path.
Yeah.
So this is coming, pretty much from behind. Yeah.
Okay. So I think we have to sort
So-
out this first. How much is the group heading up
How many?
with the hobgoblin? Yeah, hobgoblin, and how many?
There's a hobgoblin, and so he's surrounded by 6 goblins.
Just. So we either have to move now, either around to get that back entrance, which I think would be the safest.
Mm.
And then we send Daenerys in through that to do a quick scout. I don't think they will. I don't know if they'll search around the castle, but we can't stay here.
Yeah,
Or
I
we
think
fight.
I think we should try and avoid a fight at this stage.
Why don't we?
Can
Okay, can I take the gag off what's, I don't have a pin today. What's his name?
Stradok.
Stradok. Take the gag, says, can you show us the back entrance now?
You see him nod his head. Yeah.
Okay, I think we should head there.
All right.
Edric?
No, I'm happy for a different entrance, but what if we split up and I went with, I don't know who wants to join me, one side and you guys went the other side. Then we can rendezvous again or meet again inside.
Yeah, just remember you'll lose your stealth advantage.
That's fine.
But-
I can deal with it.
I cannot, so I will go with Daenerys.
Yeah.
So you either have to take Sassoon or Jock or
Anybody
Yeah.
else?
I can come with? I think try and be
Okay.
stealthy.
I'll also go with them.
All right.
I can't take everybody with. I mean, otherwise, I think it's just split into 2 equal teams rather.
But
Yeah.
there's what? what's going?
So
What will happen to the rest of the team?
Adol goes with Daenerys because then he's got the advantage in stealth.
Yeah.
Who's
I take
joining? Who's joining?
With, sorry.
Who's joining Adol and Daenerys? One person can join them. Then we have equal number basically because it's 6 of us in the team, right?
Yeah.
So the goblin is coming with us, obviously.
But he's not part of the team. He's just an extra.
Yeah. But and then, well, that's either. Well, that leaves Sassoon.
Okay, so
It's up to
Is
you
it
who
safe-
you guys want Sassoon to go with.
safe to assume Sassoon goes with Daenerys. I mean,
Yeah, that's fine.
I think it's
Yeah.
a safe bet to to place.
Yeah. I'm not a
So
big
facing
fan
the
of.
front, facing the castle where we were. When we say we go right and you guys go left, or vice versa?
Let's say let's see which way is the goblin says the back entrance is, because I want to get there as quick as possible.
All right.
Alright.
Which side is the back entrance?
The goblin leads you towards the right hand side. Or
Okay.
he indicates the right hand side of the structure.
You happy, Bedrick?
Yeah. No. Good. Great. Then we'll go
Okay.
left.
Alright.
Then,
At this point they're halfway up the steep incline towards the plateau. The
Yeah,
group
that's
of-
that. Without hesitation,
Okay.
me and
Look at Adol and
Daenerys
say,
we go right.
Alright,
You
so
know,
you guys,
trying to get to the blind spot of that arrow nests before we get close to the castle, and then in the blind spot move up, and then close to the walls we move around.
Okay, perfect. I would like everyone to roll a stealth check, keeping in mind, obviously, when you're stealthing, you move slightly slower as you make your way around.
Red leaving. No, I should never have left the stealthy part. That's a 5 for Jacques. Fuck.
25.
25 for Bedrick.
Yeah, man. Stealth is my game, buddy. I roll with advantage every time.
Shit!
I've got those boots of Alvenkine, that's why.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so we have Beardrick, Emma, and Jacques heading north. Heading
Left.
around the left hand side, and then we have no, calm down here. Then we have Adar, Sassoon, and Daenerys and the Goblin heading around the other side. Alright, perfect. Alright, Adar, you've rolled at 10. Goblin's gonna roll at 10. Not 20 for the Goblin. He freaking
14 for
yeah.
14 for Adar.
Alright.
Slightly stunned, that is, holding a piece of rope with nothing on it,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
floating.
Shit, okay, so 15 for Sassoon. Let's see here. Ooh, that's pretty high. 29 for Daenerys. And then natural 20 for the Goblin. Alright, perfect. So as you guys make your way to the right, and then the others, Jacques, what did you roll?
5.
Shit, okay.
Ah,
Yeah.
Jacques rolled the 5. Bedrick, you rolled the 24.
25.
25.
Alright. And Emma?
8.
Okay. Alright. So as you guys make your way to try and go towards the right, and the other group trying to go towards the left, the group of goblins and the hobgoblin crest the plateau and immediately see Jacques and Emma just rushing around the corner of the castle, and a cry of alarm is given as they turn to
Emma
rush
was so
towards you. Hey?
I said because Emma is so white, you know, she doesn't have a tan at all.
Yeah.
I'll be white on the bedroom. Always.
Yeah. All right, let's turn. Okay, let me put you guys here onto roll 20 into the area. All right, let's see what's happening here. Okay.
Don't sound so happy about it.
We're back to our old ways, guys. I missed it.
Nothing like the old school.
Going in hard. All right.
Pardon.
All right. So we have the group there towards the north and the group towards the south, and the goblin group, coming from the back and heading towards this group over here on the left hand side of the castle. All right. So these are the arrow slits, obviously. You guys are making your way around to the right. You haven't been noticed yet. You don't obviously see your other party at this point, as they had gone around the other side. You do hear the cry of alarm. You turn to look, and you see that the goblins are heading north. That you do notice. Those of you here in the southern section, you manage to hide yourself among some brush as you make your way around. But we are going to. Yeah.
Would we able to deduce that that our party members have been discovered?
Yeah, you'd definitely be able to deduce that. I mean, it's quite obvious that the goblins give a cry of alarm and head towards the northern section. Just to see if the Daenerys can do anything at this point. But nope. Okay.
The map on Roll20 on my computer is way less detailed than yours.
That's weird. Maybe refresh.
No. Yeah, that was it. As soon as I switch back, it's better.
Okay.
Obviously.
Oh, you mean on the video?
No. On my computer it was terrible. But yeah, it's perfect now.
Okay, so the hobgoblin and goblins are rushing towards you, Jacques, Beatrick, Emma, with, I'm assuming, Jacques leading the rear, Beatrick in the front, heading around the corner.
Yeah.
Something like that.
You fucking own it, lads. We just keep running.
Yeah, keep running.
All right,
Don't
and
stop.
they're a good distance behind you. Let's see.
Exactly.
They're still at like a good 100 and about 100 feet from you.
Yeah.
All right.
Find an entrance and let's get in.
All right. So at this point, I'd just like everyone to roll initiative, just so it makes the turn a bit more, the turn-based thing go.
Can I stop and drink my potion?
If you can drink while you're running, that'll be better.
Yeah, well, the potion is a bonus action. Okay. Go to new page here.
Hang on. That'll be.
Can you roll for me?
The side with
14.
me as well.
Yeah, both sides roll initiative.
Nat 1. Fuck this game.
God damn it.
The rolls have been absolutely terrible.
Luckily, initiative has nothing really to do like damage wise.
Yeah, I just want to go switch off my pumps. I'll be back like
All right,
1 minute.
So what? Okay, and I'll get your thing. All right. So who got 20 plus?
Oh no.
Okay. Who got between 15 and 20?
15 for Jacques.
Emma,
Alright.
60.
16.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Emma. 16. Jacques, what's your dexterity modifier?
+3.
All right, perfect. 15.
Mine is also +3.
All right, no, perfect. Then who got between 10 and... Oh, I need a roll for Daenerys and Sassoon as well, right?
I got a 14 for Bedrick.
14 for Beatrick. All right, perfect. Or 15 for Daenerys as well. Okay, 15. Alright, so. Alright, well, they're not in the same group. That's fine. 15 for Daenerys. Sassoon, 12. Then, what did you get, Bedrick?
14.
14. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
No, no, no.
Yes, on from the 15.
13. 12. Let me add that on. Okay.
In the room where I was, huh?
Behind the screen.
Alright, so, as I'll just wait for Abram, but at the top of the round it's going to be you, Emma, followed by Jacques.
Oh.
Oh dear.
At this point, they are about 100 feet away from you, so that's...
Oh.
I'm back. I just want to see if my
30
internet is
meters.
back as well.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, no. I'm playing on my phone.
Alright.
Do we have
Can
a
I at this stage?
Sorry, Carol.
Sorry? No, please.
I just wanted to ask if they were in clear view, these goblins that were now racing towards us.
You do notice them. I mean, you knew they were coming. You kept checking back. You
Okay.
definitely noticed them coming up, and you definitely noticed them noticing you. Noticing you. I think that nervousness of constantly checking behind you kind of tripped you up a little bit, forced you made a bit of an error in judgment, and didn't take cover fast enough before they crested the top and spotted you.
Okay. Sorry, I interrupted.
Can I at this point? No. Can I at this point? Quickly suggest to the boys about the climbing potion. How far is it at the point where we are to here?
Sorry, to what point? How far? For you, that's 5, 10, 15, 15 feet.
And if I give my climbing potion to Bedrick,
Yeah,
will
he's
he
right
be
next
able?
to you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll suggest to the boys that I give him my climbing potion with himself, and if he's still got rope left, then he can always
Go up.
throw it down for us.
Mm.
But yeah, I suppose then we'll have to dodge some bullets while we're in the air. If you're up to it, I'll hold up the climbing potion.
I'll take it. I don't mind.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so you hand it over to Bedrick. That's fine. It doesn't count as an action or anything. You still have an action, bonus action, and movement.
Okay. Then I start climbing up.
No, well, not you, Bedrick. It's not your turn yet. It's Emma.
Okay, as an action, I would then take my movement, and that is 30 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sort of, it's not much cover, but try to, get to that point and have I'll reserve my action and hold my bow, my long bow ready.
Alright, so you're holding a shot.
pretend that the goblins come from this side, yeah.
Alright, perfect. I think, I mean,
I know.
you should have a range on them. Hang on, let's see. Yeah, you do. You do have range. They are within range. So if you'd like to let loose a shot, you can.
It's just I can't see them on my roll 20.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, they're there. You can see them. Emma can see them, even though they are there. You see a hobgoblin leading the charge with 6 other goblins surrounding him as they crest over the hill, heading, seeing you, and yeah, hey.
I'll aim then for the hobgoblin.
All right, roll to hit.
Take out the big boy.
Right. Or do I try him?
Yeah, well. Nice.
18.
Yeah, that hits. You can roll some damage.
It's piercing damage. It is. Oh, magnificent 5.
5. Alright, as you let loose your arrow, it strikes in between, and it's a pretty heavily armored hobgoblin. It strikes between its armor, and you hear it scream in pain from this distance as your arrow pierces him. He takes 5 points of damage. Alright.
Nice.
That ends your go, and I'm assuming you stay where you are.
Yeah,
Right.
she's probably will.
Okay. Jacques, you're up.
Alright, Jacques is also going to take aim at the hobgoblin.
Perfect, yeah.
So that's going to be a 21 to hit
That definitely
Or-
hits.
for 9 damage.
Alright, nice. As you let loose your arrow flying, it strikes him in the stomach, and it does some. You see him kind of almost hesitate as he comes up the hill and go down onto a knee almost. He is looking very rough after that hit.
Excellent. And then I'm going to use 30 feet of movement and get close to the wall over there
Alright, perfect.
next to Emma.
Okay, that ends your turn. You see the hobgoblin, Beardrick, and whoever's standing to the side, they kind of get up, clutching at its bleeding stomach, and it looks at his surrounding goblins, and he is going to kind of get behind them to start with. You see him move behind them and take one of the back goblins and make his way with a double action dash towards the door of the castle. So they take 60 feet. That makes them, it will be about 120 feet away. Minus 60. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're about 60 feet away from the door at this point. That's the single goblin and hobgoblin.
Alright.
Yeah, he's still out of sight at this point, but yeah, he's heading in that direction. You see the other goblins still having their eyes on you. Perfect. That will end its go. Daenerys is up next. She sees what's happening. She is going to. I mean, she's pretty hidden at the moment. Radiance. I think she's gonna come running out. No, she's gonna stay with everyone. She's not gonna come running out. But she's not gonna give away her position. She's just gonna hold and keep moving around.
Shit.
Unless you have a better idea at all.
I kind of want to murder the one hobgoblin.
Murder him, Adar.
But remember, that will give away your position, hey?
I know that will give away position, but if he gets in and announces it, we're kind of fucked.
Well, you can still almost
Murder
hide.
him!
So Daenerys is going to move it into this point here. She's only going to take a 30 feet, and then she's going to take the hide action with her.
Okay. But
she rolls a
I
natural
would
20.
like Nat 20. I would like then Sassoon to use his epic movement
Alright.
to see if he can maybe get to that hobgoblin and annihilate it,
Yeah.
and then move around to the other group.
Alright, perfect. So he's going to go and aid. Go aid the other group.
He's
That's perfect.
going. Is that fine with you guys?
Hmm?
I
You do,
can't
dude.
just. No, it's not mine. We're playing Sassoon now. We're just thinking.
Oh, when it's his turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Fuck it. We'll do it.
Alright. Yeah, so that's going to happen on his turn. So that's kind of what you
Yeah.
see on that side there at this point, and the rest of you see that you can't quite make past what's there at this point. Right. That will end Daenerys' turn. Then we go to Beatrix, you're up. Followed by, the goblins.
Okay, so Yana pretty much grabbed the portion out of Emma's hand and down it like a shot, tequila shot, and then start making my way up the wall. So I just want to open up my D&D Beyond quickly.
Alright.
For some reason it closed. Bedrick. Okay, cool. What do I roll for?
Alright, so you've chugged the potion. You're pretty much close to the wall. You get to start climbing with the same speed as your walking speed, but you've already used 5, so you've got 25 feet of climbing left. The wall is at that point 30 feet to the roof. I
Okay.
need you to roll at this point.
Damn it.
You're gonna roll
Yeah,
acrobatics.
I'm not worried about stealth at this point. I mean, they know where we are. So
Yeah,
acrobatics, yeah.
With
Is this with
advantage.
advantage or just normal straight?
with advantage with the climb.
Advantage. Cool. Then. Cool. That would be a 17.
Yeah, you easily keep hold as you start climbing the sheer face wall. And there's very few handholds. I mean, this is an ancient castle, yes, but its outer walls have held well over time, and there's very few handholds. Yet you are able to scale this wall with ease after taking that potion, almost feeling your hand stick to the stone as you begin to climb. You make it just short of the top. I mean, you could also use. You have an action left.
Well,
You took a bonus action to down that potion 5
Okay.
feet, so you can use your action to dash to the top.
oh, yeah, let me do that then, yes.
All right, so you climb to the top. You still have 25 feet of movement left of your dash.
I'll stick to the not to the edge, but enough to see over it, and then take my rope, secure it to my waist, and or to a pillar. If I any like classic castle type pillars.
So as you reach the top here, you do see that there is some sort of a makeshift roof. The actual roofing has long since disappeared. What is there is a second level where they've kind of made a patchwork type of roofing out of some wood and whatever debris they managed to find lying around. So you see this patchwork ceiling type roof, and you are able to walk around. I would say
Sure.
roll a perception check for me to see, and this is going to no, you don't have an action left since you used your dash. I'll say you're able to reach the top, and you can make it to where Emma them are. So technically, you'll be up here, close to where Emma them are.
My idea is just to get on top, secure the line, the rope
Yeah.
somewhere, and throw it over.
Yeah.
And
You
then
don't
I'd
have
like
you
to-
don't have enough time for that, unfortunately, with this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, your turn ends here at this point.
In the meantime, prepare an action though.
You've used your action to dash.
I'll prepare an action.
Yeah, for your next turn, yeah, you can.
Yeah, so I'll prepare an action with my short bow and aim it down at the first hobgoblin or goblin that gets too close to one of my teammates.
All right, well, that'll only come around when it's your turn again, because you've spent your action to dash. Yeah.
That's fine.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. All right, the goblin's turn. They are going to run towards you.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear us? We can hear you.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
What's going to
Hello.
let me message him.
We can hear you.
I cannot hear you.
All right.
Just restart my headphones.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yeah, my headphones
Alright.
just stopped working. I just restarted them and they're fine.
That's weird. Yeah, no, we heard you perfectly fine.
Yeah, you
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the goblins at this point are going. It's their turn. They're going to rush up, and they are going to close the 30 feet. Well, they got 60 feet away from you at this point, but they're going to do 30. They're going to run their 30 feet to get closer. So that makes them. And this was whilst you're at this point here. So 30 feet from there, from about here, is probably just around about in this region over here. So it's just off the map still. But there are 5 of them. As they come running up, they won't be able to make out, I think at that distance, they won't be able to make out Emma or Jacques, but they definitely see Beatrick on the roof, busy preparing, and they are going to take aim. Beatrick, I will give you, they do carry bows with them. Beatrick, I will give you quarter cover, so that I think +2 to AC. I just want to see.
Okay.
I'll tell you now.
I think it was more like +10, but just saying. I'm just putting it out there.
I remember that as well.
Right? No, that on, am I right? You saw something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's +2 to your to your AC, because there are like crenellations and like bits of stone sticking out here and there, so it's not all uniform. So you have a quarter cover as they roll to it. All right. So there are 5 of them. They're going to start taking aim. That's a 18 plus things.
Okay.
So
They're all 5 aiming at me.
yeah, they're all aiming at you. Yeah. So that's a 21 to hit on the first one.
Yeah, no, he got me.
Second one, that's a 17 to hit.
He got me too.
So 2 hits. That's 11 to hit for the third.
Missed.
Fourth, that's a 11 to hit again.
Missed.
And then a 16 to hit.
He just got me because it's 16 and above, so yeah.
Alright, so yeah, 3 hit. That's +2 to your AC, hey? So 3
I
of them
know,
hit.
my AC is 14, so it's 16 with the +2.
Oh, yeah, okay, so that just hits.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, so that is T6. So you take 4. You take 18 points of damage as these 3 arrows come sailing over the wall and they strike you.
18 points of damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
that didn't go.
Fucking hell.
Genau.
That's fine,
Yeah.
it's nothing but a scratch.
They two of them rolled a 5, and the second and the first one rolled a 2. So and then it's plus things for damage. So
Yeah, the bonuses, yeah.
yeah, so you
Yeah.
take 18 points of damage as these arrows come sailing over and striking you.
I'll brush it off like it's nothing.
This one is scratch.
It's just a bit of
Nothing but a
scratch.
scratch.
Alright, but that will end the goblins go. So soon is up and he sees the situation. He's going to rush up. He's got 40 feet of movement.
As soon as I can get to you.
Did it happen again?
No, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Hang on. Jeez. I can hear you.
For fuck's sakes.
I just want to see here. Okay, so he's gonna rush up from there. He's got 40 feet. Hang on, sorry. Let me do this a bit better. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So he comes rushing out to about there. Fuck, there are 5 of them.
There.
Can you hear
I
us?
can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Okay.
know what's happening.
Cool. Right, so there are 5 goblins. I'm just gonna do this quickly.
Mr. Sassoon.
Yeah. He's gonna come rushing out from this isn't their exact position, but they're kind of in this type of formation as they come rushing out in that direction.
You said the hobgoblin is heading towards the door.
Yeah, he is still oh yeah, actually no, these goblins are actually further away because the hobgoblin is 60 feet. These goblins would have been 60 feet as well. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. They would have been 80 feet if they were going to take a shot. Hang on. Okay, so does that make a difference? Hang on, Pedrick, you might be saved here because I might have just made a small mistake.
I think I definitely am. It just doesn't sound right.
Alright, so actually...
Oh no,
so,
don't add.
No, buddy. Can't be more damage than what I got already.
no. So they get to about 80 feet of your position.
Okay.
And they are going to try and hit you because they do have range. However, it is going to actually be with disadvantage. These are short bows, so they don't quite make. So I'm going to re-roll. I'm going to re-roll them all with another one with disadvantage. Or actually, I'm going to re-roll 3. I'm going to re-roll the 3.
Oh.
That's still 16 for the first one. So those 4 points of damage for the first one still count.
Right.
Next one. Oh shit, that's a natural 1.
Hey, that's more like it.
Alright, and then the second one, that's a 13. So you actually only take 4 points of damage.
Now that makes more sense.
On that first round. Alright, perfect. But with that natural one of them is going to have some effect. So if you roll a critical fail on a particular thing, so with a critical fail on a ranged shot, with a critical miss, he's going to roll a D100.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens. Okay, so D100, he rolls an 88. So on 88, you miss your target. Better luck next time. So nothing happens, but with an 88, but pretty much. So yeah. So there's no adverse effect with this particular shot. He's still good to go. All right, but they aren't technically here on the map yet, so they're still 80 feet away. Sassoon will then still rush off in this direction. He is going to do his 40 feet, but I think he's going to stealth. He's going to try and find somewhere to hide first because there are arrow slits here and there are goblins probably on alert there. So he's going to... Oh yeah, that's terrible. No, sorry, I'm not rolling dice with him. I'm rolling on roll 20 on thingy stealth. Okay, not bad. 17 versus their perception. Yeah, that's good.
So he's still like out of sight.
Yeah, so
for the moment.
Sassoon it doesn't seem that he's been spotted just yet. He rolled pretty decent on that, but he's not going to engage just yet. They're still 80 feet away from the castle, 40 feet from Sassoon, because Sassoon kind of went closer, but maybe a bit more than 40. But he's not going to engage just yet because there are 5 of them and there's just one of him. Anyway, that will end Sassoon's go. He thinks pretty well ahead and he manages to find some cover along the way. All right, Ado, you're up.
The goblin, is he taking his turn with?
Yeah, he'll
The
take his
initial-
turn with you. Yeah.
Okay, so I just follow Daenerys.
Daenerys. All right. Roll a stealth
Yeah.
check for me as you go and add 10.
Okay. Sorry guys, I feel so hopeless. But
You got this, man. We'll bounce back somehow.
Get inside. Get inside.
okay.
Find the
20 again.
All right. Cool. All right. So you feel confident that with Daenerys' spell active, that you're able to take good cover. All right. That ends your go. Anything else you'd like to try or do, Ado?
I kind of wanted to dash. Use my dash.
It takes an action to stealth.
Oh, it takes an action to self.
Yeah, because
That's-
remember, when you're stealthing, you go a little bit slower, so you don't
When
have
you're
that
stealthing a
extra.
little.
Yeah.
So don't have. So I have bonus action, basically left.
Yeah, bonus action.
No.
Alright.
Then I've got nothing. Did the goblin? What's his stealth?
He rolled a 12, so 22.
22. Okay, so he's pretty well hidden as well.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Can he indicate to us if this little steps in front of us is the entrance, or we're still moving past it?
He shakes his head. Yeah, the entrance is up there. It's
Okay.
it might be locked though.
Might be locked. It might be locked. Could not have disclosed that information a bit earlier. But well, we'll figure it out.
Okay, perfect. Now it's top of the round, Emma, followed by Jacques.
Well, Emma is going to disengage as an action, right?
Yeah, well, you're not engaged at the moment.
Okay. Then I'm just going to use my movement to 5, 10. Let me just get this right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Try and get here.
Alright.
Yeah, how far back I can get. And as an action,
As you come around
I'll
the corner
just-
there, Emma, you do notice that there's a quite a steepish wall. It's not too high, just a natural rock face that terraces at the top. It's probably not too. I mean, when I say not too tall, it's like I'll tell you now, like 13 feet.
like
Oh.
cool. Is it something that I could attempt without the rope?
Yeah, you could climb not the wall, but the this particular area here. I mean this part here, this kind of terrace wall here. You could definitely try and climb it. It looks climbable, but it's going to slow you down a little bit.
I think I've used my movement.
Mm.
I think I've used 30 feet to get to where I'm now.
Yeah. So you got an
Um,
action and bonus action left. Can use your action to dash if you'd like, or you can hold your action.
I can't use dash to climb, can I?
You can.
Can I attempt to climb that?
Yeah. Roll either acrobatics or athletics.
Okay, let's see. It will be acrobatics for me.
All right.
16.
Yeah, you go to climb and you manage to take hold. With that, you'll get just to the top of the lip with that turn. You're not fully up yet, but you manage to climb up to the lip. Your next turn, you'll be at the top. Alright, so that takes your action and bonus. Well, yeah. Alright. Jacques, you're up.
Okay, where Jacques is now, can he get a shot off at one of the goblins?
He could, yes.
Alright, so seeing that Emma's on the lip and he's not going to be able to climb past her, he'll attack this turn, aiming at the nearest, most obvious target.
Alright, that's the lead goblin. Alright, roll to hit.
Oh, that's an 8.
That misses, unfortunately. You shoot and it goes wide. The rain and sleet. It's starting to sleet now. It's more rain with the sun rising. Not really warming up, but it's at least not causing this hard cold to fall. But no, the arrow goes wide, unfortunately.
Okay, seeing that, like swearing under his breath in Elvish, he's going to then retreat 30 feet.
Perfect.
And we'll end his turn there.
Perfect. The hobgoblin is going to keep running with the goblin next to him. He's going to dash. So that makes him arrive at the gate.
Oh, it's all gone wrong.
They managed to reach the steps at this point. All right. Okay. Next up. Yeah. So they use their full action to dash. Perfect. All right. Now we've got Daenerys followed by Beardrick. So Daenerys is gonna rush up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Still stealthing. Gonna roll stealth. So that's 20 for stealth. She is confident that she's pretty hidden. Does she have anything other that she can do? But I don't think so. Okay, that's it for her turn. Beardrick, you're up. You're on the roof. You look down. You see Jacques fire off a shot, missing, and Emma rushing, climbing the wall on the far edge, on the far end there.
Cool. Then what I'll do is I will move myself then towards, if I can manage to get there, that is, close to where Emma's climbing. What is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
You won't quite make it there. You'll make it to about there.
Yeah, around there. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Let me get there. And
all right, as you're running along the edge, I would like you to roll an acrobatics check for me, please.
Alright.
This is to kind of dodge 15. Okay, no, you easily make it away. It's just to dodge over a lot of the loose debris and small holes and things that are showing in the ceiling there. And are you running along?
Has Josh started climbing yet?
No, he hasn't started climbing yet. He's just at the edge there. Are you running along the crenellations, like the rough walls, or are you running across the rough made ceiling?
Well, I pick a side that looks more stable and I go on it.
Alright, I'd say you run along the walls also because it's more quiet. You're not going to be smashing and making noise on the ceiling of the castle.
And I get to pretty much Jog's height and I throw the rope over.
Mm-hmm.
And I basically yell at him, grab on and climb up.
Perfect.
And I don't know if there's anything else I can do.
No, that's it. Unless you have a bonus action, but no, that will be your movement and action done. All right, perfect. These goblins are gonna come rushing this time. They've got 80 feet away. They're gonna come rushing around the corner, or come closer. This time they're gonna dash. just because they've lost sight of you. 2, 3. They're 80 feet away. So 1, 2, 3, 4 from this particular point here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So they get 20 feet from this point. So that's like over here.
A little bit of time still.
So they make it about there, yeah. All right. That will end their go. So Soon is up. He sees what's happening here with this hobgoblin about to enter the structure, and probably sound the alarm if the goblins inside haven't already heard the commotion. And he is just probably going to rush up. If you don't disagree with me, he's probably going to go rush up and try and attack the hobgoblin from behind.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to rush up. He easily makes it. He's going to attack. First blow. Shit, that's not. Oh, okay, no, sorry. I have to roll on his sheet. Unarmed strike. That is a 15 to that misses, unfortunately. Okay, but he is going to use a he's going to use a key point.
Key point or a bonus action.
A key point.
Okay.
For his bonus action to use flurry of blows to strike twice during his bonus action. So he's gonna. So he's gonna do another unarmed strike.
Okay.
Fuck. 12, which misses.
Ah,
He's got another shot though. He goes in for the second one. Oh, what the frick, man! 10. He rushes
it's
in.
getting worse. It's getting worse.
His blows pretty much only connecting with the hard armor of the goblin, the hobgoblin. Unfortunately, none of the blows land, and the hobgoblin manages to kind of dodge out of the way, even though it's still in pain. Ah, shit! What else can he do? That's it. That's all he can. Let me just quickly see here.
He's got movement left, but he will
take attack of opportunity if he.
Yes. Did he not attack from behind? Doesn't he have advantage or anything?
He was hidden before, but when he rushed out, he becomes unhidden.
That makes sense, yeah.
After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So he spent his action and bonus action, so that's all he can do.
Oh.
He's gonna stay engaged.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Addo, you're up.
Yeah. So basically, just following Daenerys again.
All right.
With our stealth.
Okay, so if you want to use your action to stealth, you can.
I mean, Daenerys didn't she?
Yeah, but you don't. I mean, it's up to you if you'd like to. You do see arrow slits there. They're about also a few feet off the ground.
Yeah. We keep on stealthing.
Yeah, and
hoping the commotion at the front engages their attention a little bit more, so we can get up to this door.
Yeah, you do hear as you stand there. Roll stealth for me, please. So long. And as you're standing there, you hear. It sounds like quite a fair number of goblins inside chatting. Very casually, you hear the clanking of plates. You smell a fire and something. It doesn't smell appetizing, but something cooking. And you hear the clinking of cutlery and stuff like that where you're standing at this, coming out of the arrow slits.
Okay, top of a kitchen, mess hall.
Yeah.
Gallery.
You deduce that by the sounds coming from there, or just the clanking and whatever.
How high is that arrow slots up?
Those are about. I'll tell you now. I think they're also 10 feet off the ground.
Okay. So we're quite under it.
Yeah.
Okay, but I did a net 1, and then
On
plus
your
10, so
plus
11.
10, so 11. Oof, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Freaking terrible.
Yeah. All right, perfect. So you make your way under the slits there, but not sure if you hit it or not. The goblin, another nat 20. So he's
Are you shitting me?
so he's pretty much disappeared. All right, perfect. That will end your go. Top of the round again, we have
Yeah.
Emma followed by Jacques. Emma, you just reaching the top of the lip at this point. What are you doing? Emma, are you there?
Sorry. Talking
That's
to
okay.
myself. Action of movement to get to the top.
It will be in just movement. It will take 5 feet of your movement to get to the top.
And then if I'm on that lip, how far from the roof? Or supposedly the roof.
You're slightly closer. You will be about 15 feet from the roof.
You're up then we can. Alright, so I will use 5 feet of my movement to get to the top of the lip.
All right.
And
Perfect.
then reserve my action to keep my bow ready for any enemy that attacks Jacques or Bedrick.
All right. Perfect. So you hold your bow.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. Okay. So as you hold your bow with that. All right, Jacques, you're up.
Right, Jacques is going to climb the rope that Beatrix threw down. Is that an action to do that? Or movement?
No, it's just movement. But because
Okay.
the rope is there, it's not going to be. It's obviously a lot faster than climbing a sheer wall. So your climb speed will be half though. So it will take or depend on your roll as well. So roll a acrobatics or strength check for me.
Right, acrobatics, let's go. That is a nat 20 for a 25.
I will say with that, your elven powers and dexterity allow you to quickly climb that rope, and you easily make it to the top with
Spider-Man, boy.
Beatrix. Yeah, and you
So-
reach the top with Beatrix, and you still have your action and bonus action left.
Okay. Would it be possible to now throw the rope that I climbed up, to throw it across for Emma to climb?
You could, yes.
Okay. Would she be able to use the held action that she was using to make that climb if she chose?
I would say she would. Yeah, she would lose that that attack action, and then she would use it to climb.
Okay, so Jacques throws himself up and then coils up the rope and tosses it across to land for Emma to be able to use.
All right,
That'll be his
perfect.
turn.
All right, but I'm gonna say just roll. It won't be difficult for you to throw. I'll just say Emma, roll a straight dexterity check for me to see if you can catch the rope thrown by Jacques.
That one. It's 4.
Yeah, unfortunately, it slips through your hands. That's slippery, and it goes hanging down in front of you, Jacques. Unfortunately.
Okay. Shit. Well, that's my turn.
All right, and that will also kill your held action. Unfortunately, Emma.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
dude.
No,
It's the roll of the
Thought we
dice.
could be like Mission Impossible.
doodle dice is what I have in mind.
Shit!
All right, perfect.
Scheiße.
That ends your go, Jacques. This hobgoblin is going to take the disengage action and rush past his fellow goblin and head over into
Trying to get inside.
get inside. Yeah, this goblin You hear him also mutter something to the goblin as he passes in goblin. Well, so soon he hears it. It's going to turn and attack with its scimitar. That's a 5, so that definitely misses. As it goes to slash, Sassoon easily dodges. It's going to keep Sassoon engaged here. Alright.
Okay.
That will end its turn.
Good.
Okay. Next is Daenerys. She's going to run up to the door. She's first going to try the handle that is there. It is locked, unfortunately, as she tries to open it. That won't necessarily be an action. She is going to then... Let's see here. Fuck. Okay. Fuck. She doesn't... I mean, it seems like maybe... she's going to hold her long sword out at the ready. Oh no, she's going to try and bash it down. But she's going to wait for Adar.
Okay.
So you're going to hold her action, wait for Adar. And she's going to follow his lead on this. If he decides to help bash the door down, she will help him. If not, then she kind of loses that held action. But she's not.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty much holding her action there. At this point, Adar, it doesn't sound like the goblins inside the mess hall or whatever that's there has been alerted. Things still sound casual, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, that will end her go. Beatrick, you're up. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I got my rope back, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean,
Something's
you guys are still holding it. Both you and Jacques have the rope in hand.
Okay, but he's up with me, right?
Yeah, he's up on the top with you.
Okay, excellent. Then I'll take the rope from Jock's hand and I'll just move up to where Emma is.
Put glue on it.
Yeah. And then throw it over to her.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, at this point, she'll easily be able to grab onto it where she from that point there and start climbing on her turn.
Okay, excellent.
All right, that'll end your go. We have the goblins up next. They're going to come dashing around the side here.
Johnny, use John.
Oh, jeez. They aren't going to come super close. They're just going to stand here, seeing the situation, seeing you, Bedrick. I mean, you've already moved up there. They see Jacques standing there, and Emma. This one's going to go for you, Emma. That is a 6 to hit. That misses. This one's going to go for Jacques. That's a 10 to hit. This one back here is going to go for Emma. That's an 11 to hit. Fucking terrible. This one here is going for you, Jacques. That is an 8 to hit. Fuck's sakes. And then this one here, that's a 15 to hit on you, Jacques.
Okay, do I get quarter cover or am I fully exposed?
Oh, you're right. You get quarter cover, yeah.
Okay, so that takes my AC to 16 then.
Yeah, okay, then that just misses. Perfect. Alright, so you just see these arrows coming past. Yeah, they're just fucking terrible. They're like they hesitant. They're not really wanting to engage, but they are taking aim and shooting across. Alright, that'll end their go. Oh wait, actually, yeah, no, that'll end their go. So as soon as up, he's just gonna try and knock this goblin out. Let's see if he can do it.
Do anything, hell.
Unarmed strike. Let's go. Come on, man. Oh my fuck. That's an 11. That misses. Goes for the strike.
No.
Unfortunately missed. Bonus action. Strike. This time it does hit. So he's not going to spend a key point because the thing is already in the in the castle. He's not going to rush in there by himself, so he's just going to try to take care of this one, if he can. So that is unarmed strike damage. That is 5 points of damage as he goes in for the blow. It knocks the goblin pretty hard, but it's still standing. Looking winded, but otherwise still okay. I think. Would he stay or would he run?
He will have to disengage, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would move, and the goblin would get an attack of opportunity, but.
Yeah, I'm scared for this arrow.
Yeah, that's what I'm also thinking.
I think he would maybe start running again. Yeah.
Towards
Then
the others.
risking the attack of opportunity still.
Alright, so he'll risk the attack of opportunity in.
Oh, how high is the roof from where he is now?
From this point, I mean, it's also only
Yeah.
about 25. It'll be 25 feet over here. I mean, this terrace isn't high. It's about 5 feet off the ground.
That terrace isn't high. Okay,
Yeah.
25 feet.
It's
So
a
he would
sheer
need
vertical
about.
cliff.
So you will need about 50 feet to scale it.
Yeah, because I mean, it's going to take more than half
Yeah.
his movement, and he's going to have to roll strength or dexterity.
Yeah.
And I
I
mean,
think
it's a
he
sheer.
just-
It's going to be a very high DC.
No, I think he's just running towards the other still.
Alright, so he's going to take the attack of opportunity, jump off the stairs here, start running 40 feet. Is he going to engage this group, or is he going to run past them?
I think he's gonna run past them.
Alright, so he's going to use.
See if he can-
He's going to get here. He's going to use his feline agility to run another 40.
Another 40.
Yeah,
Yes, that guy can move.
yeah. But now he can't use his feline agility again until he fully stops, right? Like until he doesn't move, but for a whole turn, pretty much. But I mean that's okay. You can still use a dash action, or even dash as a bonus action as a monk.
Yes.
But it takes a key point to do. Anyway, and that will end his go. Ado, you're up.
Okay, I wanna go up to this door
Mm-hmm.
in front of Daenerys.
Yeah.
Is the door solid wood? Is there somewhere I can peer inside?
Yeah, so the door is very solid looking. It is wood, and it looks, with your keen artificer eye, you know it's got iron bands running through it.
Okay. We'll struggle to beat it down then.
Well, you don't know what the hinges are like, so it's difficult to tell what the hinges are like because it's like it's closed, like it's obviously set from the inside.
Yeah, but it's locked. You said.
Yeah, Daenerys tried to open it. There is a keyhole, and it looks like it is locked by this key. It doesn't look like. Yeah.
Can I attempt to pick it?
Are you proficient with thieves' tools?
I'm proficient with thieves' tools, and I have a set of thieves' tools.
Yes, you can attempt to pick the lock. Roll a
Nice.
sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand. Nat 5.
You go
What?
and you put your tools in there, and you're trying to work fast, and you're under pressure here, and you try and quickly move. And you feel it pushing, but you sense that the locking mechanism isn't giving way, and you almost feel like your tool is about to break. You're trying to get enough pressure on there, but this lock seems to be very tough, and it might be beyond your ability to pick.
That's what I was afraid of. That would count as my action, right?
Yeah.
My bonus action. I'll just ask if I maybe can inspect it. Start inspecting it for the next round.
What
So
are
we
you
know-
looking for specifically?
Since we
Or
know
in-
the
or
door
generally?
is quite, the door won't. Did my tools break or
No,
not?
they were on the verge of breaking. You felt them, but
Okay.
you decided
And-
to stop. I mean, this is a matter of seconds. This is quick. You're
Yeah.
not spending a lot of time on it. I mean,
Yeah, I would ask, maybe just ask the goblin if he knows where's the key, but that's it. I don't want to.
alright,
Inspection can come later because I want to
yeah.
attempt another pick.
You just see him shrug. It's like, it might, it could be. I think it might be with fuck, what's the goblin's name? I'll tell you now. My notes are already here.
Oh,
No, he doesn't mention the king's name. He mentions, I think it could be with Yeg.
Yek.
Yeah, he's the cook.
Okay. Does Daenerys understand goblin since she shapeshift?
No, she would not get that.
She would
ability.
not. Okay. But that pretty much ends my turn.
Alright. Okay, perfect. Alright, that ends your turn. Daenerys might also, since you're up there and she was holding her action, she might just mention maybe she should just knock on the door.
Just knock on the door.
Yeah. And
Oh
she
shit! Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
So then-
but that's not her action though. She was holding to smack or waiting on your lead, so she lost
Yeah.
her action.
Yeah, she lost that held action.
Yeah.
If she does attempt to just knock on it, and I would just slither back around the corner, out of sight, because
Alright.
she won't alarm them. But
Yeah. You do have movement. So you can move just out of sight of the doorway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of sight of the doorway. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah,
Tom-
that does end my turn. Yeah.
Okay,
The goblin is just with us. He's not doing anything.
No, he's just standing there with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, top of the round again. As Sassoon goes running past, he hears the sound of alarm within this particular area over here and over here. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, okay. Okay, perfect. All right, Emma, you're up, followed by Jacques.
Alrighty. As Emma was standing there on the thingamajig, when she looks around her, there's like a 360. There's not the 360. 180. When she looks at the castle, to the left and to the right of her, does she see any light emanating from the castle? Anything that looks like a weakness or a
Yeah. All right. Roll a perception check for me.
Alrighty.
So this is going to be an action.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 14.
14. You see the light coming through. There's two arrow slits here in front of you, and you do see a warm light emanating, quite a bit brighter than perhaps the other lights of the other arrow slits you had noticed. At this point, you also see over here like fallen debris. The wall kind of crumbled, and only a small, looks like a small slither of broken rock keeping, kind of standing still. You also notice, I'll tell you now. Let me just get to the thing. You say you rolled a 14, hey?
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty much about all you see. You do see that there's more light emanating here. You can deduce that there's either a window or a door or something else that's over there as well. And yeah, this particular section looks weak. It doesn't look like it's a very thin looking wall. Like a lot of it is rubble. With this thin slither of wall kind of protruding over there. This grey dust kind of, not dust because it's all very wet, but this grey kind of ugly, run down look hanging around this particular area. Alright, but that will end, that ends your action. Do you have any movement or bonus action you'd like to do?
For a bonus action, could I activate my
Spiritual weapon.
That's the one.
Alright, so you activate cast spiritual weapon at 2nd level. Alright, perfect. And you can cast it, I think, it's 60 feet from you. So
They're within the reach of me.
we'll see now.
Oh no, just
They
not.
just out of reach.
Okay, for fuck's sake. Can I then... Shit. I don't want to use all my spells for what's going to happen probably inside where we're going. But I can use my guiding bolt,
Alright.
which I nearly practiced, which I might still suck at. But it's got 120 feet reach, so I will cast that at this little numbnuts here.
Alright, so you only hit one with guiding bolt, but yeah, roll to hit or cast and roll to hit with guiding bolt.
And of course I can't. 21. He's down.
Nice, that definitely hits. On that first one there, yeah, roll some damage. And that's 4d6s.
Nice.
What?
4d6s.
Okay, now you're speaking French.
Yeah, you can just click on the thing on the side there.
Up here. That's it. Roll it 4 times.
And 4 times, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it's...
You can click it again. 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 And you say roll.
$13.
13, yeah, that definitely destroys this goblin. It pretty much explodes as this bolt of bright light goes emanating out of your hands, Emma, and the goblin goes down. Doesn't even make a sound as it explodes.
Shit, well done.
Alright.
Nice.
Can I...
Oh, but
As-
wait, but
do I
guiding bolt.
use-
Sorry, hang on. Guiding bolt. You've used your action already. Guiding bolt isn't a bonus action, so you're gonna have to retract that. Sorry, I was distracted there.
Oh.
So unfortunately, he's okay.
What did she use as an action? Sorry.
She inspected the area.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so sorry
What
about
about
that.
giving someone's hoop aside?
Yeah, sorry about that.
But I can still use my... whatchamacallit?
Spiritual
My
weapon.
spiritual weapon, right?
It doesn't reach though, but you can cast it. You can cast it about here.
No use doing it. Is it assumed that's there?
Yeah, he's there. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but that's... I've used my action.
Yeah. You got movement. You can start climbing the rope if you want.
Fuck. Donderdag. Can I try to get down this wall to get here?
Yeah, you can roll a. You don't have to roll. You make it down. You've got another 10 feet of movement left.
Okay, so it's basically there, I suppose.
You can make it to about, yeah.
Alright, and I can't shout anything to Sassoon about the ropes and stuff.
Well, you got six. You got six words, pretty much.
I'll just say, the rope!
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, Jacques, you're up.
Okay, Jacques is going to try and take out one of these little bastards.
All right, roll to hit.
Yeah, so that's going to be... Oh, come on! That's a 10.
Yeah, that misses, unfortunately. You're really struggling to hit these guys. It's a little bit tough to see
No.
in the rain. Makes it a little hard to hit.
I'm really
In
not
the
letting
rush.
myself...
Yeah.
Letting myself down here. What's the plan? Are we trying to then scale in through the ceiling, or are we running off in this direction where Emma's headed?
Well, because I'm up there with you, I think she's. I'm only gonna put together that she's trying to get in from somewhere, so we can go through the ceiling and meet her inside.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. DM, is there anywhere that Jacques could move that would allow him to scale into the building?
Yeah, so from where you are, you do notice that this section of the castle is open to the elements. Hang on. X6.
I'm thinking we run the.
Okay.
From where you're standing, so I'm revealing now. This particular section here is open to the elements.
Okay. Cool. Jacques gonna... There.
Alright, perfect.
He'll dance along to the edge there.
Perfect. Alright.
That'll be his turn.
Sweet. Alright, next. Alright. Alright. Okay. This goblin over here, he's going to turn and rush after Sassoon, joining his fellows. 30. He only makes it about there, so he's just going to use his dash action to kind of get ahead over here and get over there, trying to analyze the situation and see what's happening. Alright. Daenerys is up. She turns to you, Adol, and says, do we bash or do we knock? I'm just trying to think here. She could perhaps cast silence, but then she's wasting another second level spell on the door, and then we could try bash open the door in silence.
No, I would rather not, because the alarms, we will be hearing the alarms as well now.
Okay, I think she's gonna bash open the door. I mean, if they come out and see another goblin, it will maybe buy some time. So she's just gonna try and, with all her strength, try and knock.
Oh,
down
she's
the door.
gonna bash it.
Yeah, so she's just
Shit.
gonna. Let's see here quickly. Yeah, that's gonna be tough, but she's gonna roll a strength. Let's see if she even be able to strength. No, I don't think
So-
there's any point in her rolling a strength check. But she's gonna. Ah, this is a toughie. Okay, she's gonna take the pummel. She's gonna try and pummel it with her sword.
Pummel it with her sword.
Yeah, she's gonna try and knock. She pulls out her long sword and just starts bashing it with her long sword. She's not very proficient with it, so that absolutely misses with a natural one. So she goes to hit, but the strike absolutely slips out of her hand. It hits the door, starts vibrating. It definitely knocked and made a sound. So yeah. Someone definitely heard that. It made a big gonging sound, the metal vibrating inside, the sound echoing a little bit in your ears. But that's going to end her turn.
If she speaks, does it go out in her own languages, not in
Yeah, when she
Goblin.
talks, it's in her voice. Yeah, but I mean, I can try and put on a voice. She says. She tries. All right.
But which
Beatrix.
not bad.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll have to roll a performance
Yeah.
check. Beatrix, you're up. Unless I'll roll a performance check for quickly. But yeah, Beatrix, you're up.
All right. So, which goblins are down? The one with the blue dots.
There are no goblins down at this point.
Nothing. Okay.
What about the one I took out?
You didn't take him down. Remember that was during we retracted that because you'd already spent an action looking around.
The doodle daisy.
Yeah.
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember that now. We live in a dream. Oh well. Gotta,
You just
Alright.
have to kill him again.
exactly. Right.
In your mind's eye, you saw him killing. You saw yourself killing him, but he's still up.
Well, I'm gonna use my action to take a shot at the one closest to Sassoon, and then move towards Jock with my movement.
Alright, perfect. Roll to hit.
Right. That'll be a 13.
Yeah, that misses, unfortunately. You go to shoot. It goes wide. This goblin moves pretty quick as it's going through the rain, chasing after Sassoon.
Freaking slinky ball.
Do I get advantage from being in a height?
No, unfortunately. No.
I gotta try.
These are small goblins, so...
Yeah, I know, it's fine. I was just playing around. Okay, cool. Then from there, I'll move closer to Jacques to help him look for an entrance or a weak point for us to get into. Yeah.
Yeah, so you move there and you do see that it drops down into
Awesome.
this open space, yeah.
Cool.
Alright. That did you go? Okay, so these goblins are going to rush by. Or not rush by, they're just going to keep shooting arrows. Or they're going to move a little closer, though. They'll move. Yeah. Alright, they are going to attack Sassoon. First one,
Shit.
16. Plus things that's 19, so that definitely does hit. Alright, so that's one hit. This one here, that's a 21 to hit, so that also hits.
That also hits.
This one
Oh,
here,
there's enough.
that's a 20, that hits.
Where's the shit rolls now?
Yeah, that's a 17, that misses. This
No.
last one, that's a 3. So 3 of them hit.
Okay.
So, let's see, yeah, that's...
They all have arrows,
3,
bone
yeah,
arrows.
they all have bone arrows. 3. See, that's 4. That's 17. That's 1, 2, 3, 4.
As a kitty doesn't Sassoon have 60 feet climbing action?
13 feet of 13 feet, 13 points of damage.
13 points of damage.
Yeah.
Shit.
He only has walking, and he's got 30 feet of climbing. Yeah. But he hasn't reached the wall yet.
Oh,
Yeah.
But remember,
I
it's
think
40 feet of running, and then if he uses all 40, he has 0 climbing left. Yeah, if he uses 30 feet of climbing, then you'll have 10 feet of walking left. I think that's how it works, but yeah.
no pressure.
Alright. But that will end their go. Sassoon is up now. These arrows coming through, sailing through the air, striking him in the back as he makes his way. He will straight away run for this particular section here, not wanting to try and scale with a bunch of goblins. He reaches this particular point, so that's 30 feet. And then he's going to start climbing. So I think that leaves him with 10 feet of climbing. So he makes it to the top.
But it's not. Is it not half for climbing?
He's got 30 feet of climbing, I see, actually.
Oh, okay. Is
Yeah.
it a trait? Yeah,
Yeah.
a racial trait.
Yeah, so 40 feet of movement and 30 feet climbing.
Does he see Jock and Bedrich at the top there?
Yeah, he would see them. Yeah, they're not hiding or they are busy taking actions.
Do you think he would also go up there? Or
He would probably try and get there. Yeah, that's what he's aiming to do. He's trying to catch up but he doesn't want to be in range of these characters here. So he's going to try and get there.
he's gonna dash?
Yeah, he's going to try dash and climb. Yeah.
Dash and
alright.
climb. Okay.
Yeah. So so he used his 40 feet. So he's got action left. So he's gonna use his action to jump down. That's 5, 10, 15, 20 to reach the wall, and then he's gonna start climbing. So he's got 20 feet of climbing left. So
Yeah.
he makes it about just under the lip of the top. He's got about another 10 feet of climbing left to do.
Or
So-
should he stay there? If they come up, he can attack them, or it's a difficult one.
Yeah, because I mean there are like a bunch of them. I mean, is he going to take them all on by himself?
No. But I mean, a bunch of them.
We've got the high
And-
ground.
and also
We
they-
can
Yeah,
get
they
down
have
with
to
them.
squeeze up there.
Yeah, but also they're using their arrows to. They're not necessarily engaging at this point.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So I think taking cover is probably the best option if no one's
Yeah.
engaging them. All right. That will end his go. Arrow, you are up.
I am up.
You are up.
We quickly want to check something. Okay. So I'd like to attempt to pick the lock again.
All right. The DC is going to only be slightly higher, just because I mean this is it's technically battle or whatever, so you would actually take you slightly longer to pick a lock in real life or in another situation.
Okay.
So the DC will only be slightly higher than the previous round. So yeah, go ahead and attempt to pick the lock.
Hi.
Sleight of hand.
13.
No, that doesn't do it, unfortunately. You nearly feel like you have it. You think if you spend slightly more time on it, you might be able to get it, but not in this short amount of time.
Ah, well, that's wasting time now. I don't have action left. Can I just knock on the door?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah, you knock on the door. You hear it.
I knock on the door.
Alright, perfect. And then step aside, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and then step aside.
Okay. Alright, so top of the round again. Get some here. Okay, perfect. Thanks. Alright. Okay. Not knowing that's going on, they're gonna come out. Ignore that. Ignore that. Sorry. Alright. Emma, you're up, followed by Jacques.
Jacques, Beatrick, and Sassoon within shouting distance of me.
Yeah.
Right, so I will shout. cover me, possible secret entrance, which is 5 words. And then I would like to know if the goblins aim the arrow, target me for attack, they should be rolling with, they should have disadvantage because of this.
You'll have, you pretty much have cover at this point.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Okay, then I'll shout at the guys on the roof. Cover me, possible secret entrance. And then head there and see if I can see if there's an entrance where I saw the light previously, the more
Alright, roll
protruding light.
So you're gonna investigate. So roll an investigation for me, please.
Oh dear Lord.
Yeah, you feel around there and you notice that there's a strange heavy fabric-like material, very similar color to the surrounding debris, and you touch and feel this soft material, and because it's raining, it also feels rather wet and squishy. And as you push it, it actually emits some of water as it comes rolling down out, and it feels like it is movable.
Okay, so I haven't used any action yet, right?
Well, your action was technically to investigate, but I'll allow you to investigate further if you'd like to push further through and try and pull on whatever this type of material is hanging here. It almost looks like it might be an ancient tapestry or something that's kind of hanging, that's kind of almost formed part of this this part of the wall almost.
Okay, I'm going to take a chance and hope that it's not protected by magic and push at it or try to move it or
You push through and it does give, and there's a very narrow gap there that allows you to squeeze through, and with that I'll say 5, 10, 15, 20. It takes you double movement to get through, so you make it to 25 here and you make it through into this particular point over here, and you have 5 feet of movement left as you squeeze through this seemingly hidden entryway that doesn't look like it's ever been used really.
Is there any light or is it still light inside this entry? Can I see properly?
There's no roof here, so it's not dark. The dim light of the day does allow you to see, and I mean you are an elf, so you've got dark vision.
Okay. Can you just by your pointer show me again where I'm now?
So you would be here. Hang on. You'd be in here with 5 feet of movement. Oh my word, come on. With 5 feet of movement left.
Alright, in there. Okay. Can I not move any further just to try and see what's going on in the...
You got 5 feet of movement left.
Yeah, I just don't want to go inside the chamber, whatever it is. can I see anything from where I'm standing now? Do I see a
So
chamber? Do I see...
as you enter here, you do notice two doors. One to your left hand side over here, and another door just to the south of you, or in front of you as you step in. This particular room here, this particular room was probably a tower once, or some sort of ancient defense structure, but it has since completely collapsed. It was probably a two-story build, or part of it a two-story part, but only the ground floor is still there, with very little open space. Most of it is covered in debris. There's rotting crates, ancient barrels that strewn the floor here. It was probably also used, this particular point, as some sort of storage underneath whatever was on top on the second floor. Like I said, to the south of you, there's some sort of a heavyish looking curtain covering the southern door, and then to your left is another solid looking wooden door.
That would be around about here.
Yeah.
Alrighty. And Bedrick and Sassoon and Jacques are still within reach of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will just... But I've used my action, so... Yeah, I had 5 words previously, so I can say insight, and that will be 6 words.
Okay, perfect. That ends your go. Jacques, you're up.
Okay, so we could technically scale down into
Yeah.
this room with Emma. Is that right? Okay.
That's right.
And in order to get a shot at these, I would have disadvantage because of this building, obviously, kind of giving them cover from my
Yeah,
position.
you can't really see them at this point.
Can't make the cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do what Emma asked and cover her. I'll get out the way slightly so Sassoon can still scramble up if he wants to.
Perfect.
And I'm going to hold my action so that if a goblin gets into view as they're climbing, I'm going to snipe at them.
Alright, perfect. Okay. Alright. Holding action. Okay. This goblin here is going to run forward. Seeing everyone climbing over, it's going to dash over here. And it's also going to start climbing just to see what's going on. So it's going to use its action to dash, reach that point. Feet. Yeah, it easily scales the wall to the top.
As it gets to the top, can I take my shot?
Yeah, you take your shot. Roll to hit.
Alright, come on, give me something good. Yes, please, that's an 18 plus 5, 23 to hit.
That will do it. Roll some damage.
Nice.
Nice, this guy fucking scrambles up to the top and for a total of 10 damage.
Yeah, and that will do it. You hit him right between the eyes. As he's standing up there, he literally just falls right back. He goes flying off this wall with that close range power shot, and he is down. This is the same goblin that Sassoon had previously winded.
Nice.
And you managed to knock him down and off the wall. Yeah. All right, perfect.
You, boy.
That will end that goblin. Daenerys is up. She is just going to wait and see what happens. She's not gonna. She's just watching you do what you do.
Did anything happen after my knock?
I mean, this is a matter of seconds. So you do start noticing a change in tone coming from within, from without these arrow slits here. Alright, but she will also just, I suppose, knock with the butt of her blade. This time not really trying to attack it, seeing the futility in it. She's just going to also knock. And then hold an action. I think she'll hold an action to probably I think she's gonna just hold a spell in case. She's going to hold charm person.
Charm person.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's gonna hold charm person.
Okay.
Alright. See what that happens. Okay. Then to go, Beatrick, you're up.
Right. I'll also do what Emma asked and cover her. Is there anything close by still alive?
No, you don't notice. You don't see any goblins in reach at this point.
Okay, cool. Well, then after seeing Jock take out another goblin, then what I'll do is I'll just jump through the same opening and join Jock in my side.
Okay, well, Jacques isn't outside. He's actually still on the wall. This wall is still 30
okay.
feet above the ground. As Emma kind of squeezed through, it does that entryway kind of does go up a little bit. So that where she is, it's about 25 feet down. So to get into this particular area where Emma is about 25 feet. So you can start climbing down. You still have your potion of climbing, which gives you 30 feet of climbing movement.
Okay, then I'll climb down.
Alright, so you make your way down. Roll athletics or acrobatics as you make your way down. This is, I mean, it's not going to be difficult for you to climb down. This is with advantage. It's just to see if you roll a double natural one, what might happen.
With advantage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, it was 22.
yeah. You easily make your way down, and you have 5 feet of movement left as you reach the bottom.
Alright. Can I use those 5 feet to make my way through the hole?
Yeah,
Opening,
which way
whatever it
direction? So there's a solid door looking thing there, and then there's some sort of material like heavy curtain over here.
Where are Patrick about now?
I mean, he's down here, so he's down there, so he's got 5 feet of movement from there. So I mean, I'll just move you over there. All right.
Okay.
Is that fine?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, now can I hold an action in case any goblins get too close?
Yeah. You hold your bow ready for in case any goblins are within sight. All right. So these other goblins over here, it's their turn. Seeing this one get shot down, they are a little more hesitant. They start taking out their shields as they make their way. So their shields are up at this point. They are going.
Roll with that one.
Hey.
Little bastards.
They
No,
just
so of course I do.
yeah. They just make it to the wall over here. They're not gonna get much further than that at this point. But that's with a dash, so that ends their go. So soon, he's just gonna keep climbing. He's got 30 feet of climbing, and he's got 10 feet left. So he makes it to the top. He's got 20 feet left. He sees everyone up there. He's not going to stay at the top. He's going to start making his way down as well. And he will have... he will pretty much make it down with that up and down movement.
Yeah, and that's
With a
the end of
dash.
his movement.
Yeah. With a dash, I mean,
Yeah.
you could have another 20 feet. Perhaps. No, I'd say another 10. So maybe just move into the other side here with Beatrick. Just... kind of flanking with Emma there. Alright. Ends his go. Addo, you're up.
Fucking, I'm struggling with this door. Let's do one more attempt and then
Yeah, go for it.
we start bashing. You say sleight of hand, let's go. Nat 20.
Shit, yeah, and with that you managed to this lock is giving you a bit of trouble, but spending enough time on it, you quickly figure out where the proper mechanism is, where the tumblers are, your second tool kind of pushing through past all the tumblers and managing to switch or turn the lock round, and it opens up. What would you like to do at this point? Or it unlocks rather.
So it's unlocked, but it's not open.
Yeah, it's unlocked. It doesn't automatically open. It's still closed. Yeah.
Yeah. I would just like to get out of the way again, back to the corner, and then let Daenerys open the door to just so they can see a goblin.
All right. Okay, so you're gonna get out the way, and just in case they might open the door, Daenerys might have a chance to open the door. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that ends your go. Top of the. Okay. I'm gonna be back now. I just want to run to the toilet quick. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same. I'm bursting.
Okay.
All right. Much better. Okay, so pretty much top of the round almost. You see, or no one really sees this, but hang on. Only I see this. Okay. They go and join there. They make it their rush. And they get there. Perfect. Come on. Alright. They get there. Perfect. Alright. Then this one's gonna stay, that one's gonna stay. Alright, so Emma, you're up.
Alright, just want to make sure this is a soon.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. That's Pepe Le Pew.
Mm-hmm.
And Bedrick is somewhere in the mix as well, about here, right?
Yeah.
And we're all on the floor now.
Yeah, Beatrix is soon and you're on the floor. Jacques is still on the wall.
Okay, I suppose I don't have any vision on these little
No.
nuts over there. Not okay. Alright. I am going to no, there is Bedrick, sorry. Keep my shield ready, or just keep the shield also protect myself, and let me just quickly think about it. Alright, I will move closer to Bedrick and Sassoon, but there. That will be my movement. My shield, was that my action?
Say that again, sorry?
my shield that
Oh,
I,
no. Taking that out isn't an action, though.
then I will hold my action to cover either of them on their next movement or turn to fire at whatever enemy is
Visible.
approaching. Yeah.
Alright, perfect. Jacques, you're up.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So,
actually
going
from your
to
vantage point you do I forgot.
Yeah.
You do see those goblins, you see them. And you also noticed a bunch of other goblins come rushing around the corner, joining them.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
So many of them. Okay. They obviously know about this entrance. Is there something we can bar? Is there anything around here we can use to like block that? from
Well,
them
I
getting
mean,
in?
you haven't necessarily seen it, but when Emma investigated it, it doesn't look like it's really been used. It looked like it might have gone unnoticed. But I mean, if you want to look
Okay.
for something to bar and block it, I'd say roll an investigation check for me.
Okay. Investigation. Come on. That is a 18.
You look around and you do know you see there is rubble kind of built up along the side, and there's just like the narrowest of spaces where Emma kind of squeezed her way through to get in there. If you were to climb down there and out of the structure and try to push and topple those structures with enough strength, it might be able to block that particular entrance for a little bit, but it also might reveal it. So it's a bit precarious, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
It can go either
And
way.
they've seen Jacques. They know he's on the.
Yeah, they
on
can
the
see
wall.
you from this position. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep firing at them,
Alright.
because they may not necessarily come or know to rush that door. So I'll aim for this little fucker over here.
Alright, perfect. Roll to hit.
Oh,
Actually,
come
that one.
on.
Sorry, that one's still. They're still on the ground there. You would be able to
Oh.
more clearly see these ones behind here.
Sorry, I didn't see where you were pinging behind.
So,
Where?
yeah, the ones right. Oh no, sorry, I'm the wrong layer here. These guys behind here.
Those guys there. Okay,
Yeah,
then
not
I'll
the-
go
not the
for
front
that
line.
too.
Yeah, not the front line.
Okay,
Alright, perfect. Okay, roll to hit.
go for that guy.
Their shields are out, so their ACs are slightly higher.
That is a nat 20 with a +5 to
Shit,
hit.
well done, yeah.
Nice.
That's some double damage.
Okay, damage for that. That's going to be. Oh, fuck, really? A total of 7.
Well, that will just do it. This,
Really?
yeah. HP 82
Excellent.
high on this one, yeah.
Okay,
As you
and
aim to
then-
shoot, you easily take aim and yeah, he's down for the count.
Fantastic. And this
Actually
dude
goes
over
tumbling
here.
down the butte. You see him go tumbling down into the
Nice.
to the rocks below. Yeah,
And then this guy's also within view, is that right?
that's right. Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to use my action surge to attack again.
perfect.
Trying
roll
to-
hit.
Get that guy out. Come on. That is another nat 20. That is
Ah.
insane.
Oh wow.
Yes, no, damn.
You guys can see my rolls, hey?
Yeah, we can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit,
Cool,
man.
cool. Not cheating, just making sure.
Yeah, that's a
Um,
double damage there.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
nice
yes.
16.
Fuck. Yeah, no, that'll definitely. This one you do know or notice at least is wearing slightly heavier armor. That's what the blue dot kind of indicates. But that still beats its armor class and beats its HP level, and you manage to take this one out. You shoot the one, and with your quick action surge, notch another arrow, release, and you absolutely throttle these goblins that are busy trying to scale this wall here.
Fuck
This
yeah.
will also go
And
fine,
then, for my movement, I think I'm just gonna dance back a little bit, so that I'm got maybe a little bit more cover.
Yeah, that will
So
do it.
I'll go 10 feet away from the lip.
Perfect. Yeah, that will
And that'll be
definitely
my
give you cover. Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
That's Jacques' turn.
Perfect. All right. So that's it. Alright, Daenerys is up. She reaches for the door in her goblin form and swings it open. And pretty much at the same time, there's another goblin on the other side reaching for the door, also to open it up. Hearing or not really wanting to open it up, but it looks like they were about to perhaps talk through the door or something. Like you can see its mouth was about to open, or she can see this at least. And it stands there seeing Daenerys in goblin form and looks a little confused. Daenerys kind of just like, she doesn't say anything. She just kind of looks back in worry. She doesn't want to speak because she doesn't want to try like use that kind of method of deceiving.
Yeah.
So she's just going to step closer. This goblin, I'll give him a chance to roll. I'm thinking that she might just do I'll give her like a surprise attack on this goblin.
Okay. That deceive or what she was holding.
Yeah.
The spell.
So I'm rolling now perception for the goblin against her spell DC, which is 13, and the goblin rolled a 4, so it doesn't see through her disguise.
Okay.
And
okay.
so what I'm gonna do here is I'll allow her for, like a surprise attack, pretty much, or a surprise action. She can decide what she would like to do at this point.
Surprise action now.
So I'm thinking either like perhaps cast silence, so that there's no noise coming from here, and then just try and take care of these goblins, or charm person maybe.
Maybe if she can charm person, I think.
Because if she casts it at a higher level, at second level, you can target one additional creature. So at first level, you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw. Does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it. So you haven't engaged it yet, so there is no disadvantage. And she's in goblin form. If it fails the saving throw, it is charmed by you until the spell ends, until you or your companions do anything harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance when the spell. So she's able to charm 2 if she casts at second level.
And can we argue that if she is able to charm those 2 and those 2 regard her as a friend, the third will be less suspicious?
Yeah, you can assume that it will definitely play in her goblin form favor. If that makes sense.
Her goblin form favor, yeah.
All right, so we're going with that then. If she's gonna cast charm person.
I think so, but how are we gonna communicate with them?
Well, I mean, so most of the other goblins, I mean, this goblin that you're with speaks common, and just knowing generally, most goblins do speak common. I mean,
do speak common? Okay.
Yeah, it's not like they speak goblin to each other, yes, but they are able to speak other languages. Most of them do speak common, because although goblins are like looked down upon, and some of them tend to be evil, you do get the odd good goblin that travels about. And I mean, they generally have some form of communication skills with the general populace. Yeah, if that makes sense. Anyway, so
do charm person and see if we can extract information or if, something out of them. Right. Tell us where.
I think she'll try charm them, and then maybe just like move them off and say, I think we saw them rushing down the hill. Back to the
yes,
something like that. Alright, so you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range and must make a wisdom saving throw. Alright, so they're gonna make saving throw. So the first one, saving throw against her spell DC. Oh fuck, that's a natural 1. So this first one is charmed.
Oh, so it's a sexy goblin.
Yeah.
Charm.
Yeah. I'll just do that. Okay, and then the one behind him. Oh fuck! That's a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So
he's just not charmed. It doesn't mean he realizes it.
he does realize it. If you try and charm something and it fails, the creature knows what you're trying to do. So you see Daenerys cast, and the first creature manages to doesn't resist it. It fails its save. So Daenerys feels the effect taking hold on that first creature. The second one, however, she feels misses, or not misses. The creature manages to resist. And it knows that what Daenerys was trying to do. So
Fuck.
Daenerys, what she's going to do then, because she knows this happens, she's going to perhaps just tell this goblin in front of her, she's going to say, maybe just wait outside. I think there's someone coming up the path here. I'd like you just to speak with them. Another friend, another goblin, trying to perhaps like get this one out and to you, and then she might just go ahead and attack that first one. Something along those lines.
No, the second one.
Yeah, the second one that it didn't work on.
That it didn't work on.
Also trying to do it in a way that I mean, she is in her goblin form, but this goblin does feel some effect happening. So the second goblin, I mean, it did fail its perception check as well, but it also had the spell, feeling of the spell, something being cast on it. So it is definitely suspicious, but it's still a little hesitant at this point. But this one will listen. I'm going to just roll a persuasion check.
Okay.
For Daenerys.
But that with advantage, obviously.
Yeah, that'll be with advantage on that first one.
On that first one, yeah.
Yeah. To try and get him to come out. Okay, so that's a 22. Alright, so that first one will start heading out, and then she's going to move. She's going to hold her action until that first one's out, and then from behind, she's going to, once that first one's gone out, she's going to try and attack that second one with, although charm person is already in action, so she doesn't have another action left. And, unless she casts spiritual weapon. So she'll probably hang back, wait for this goblin to move out between you and her, and then it will be flanked technically, but she'll hold spiritual weapon.
Can she just tell the first goblin, say, hey, can you just follow me outside, and then try to close the door behind him? Where the first two, and then we rock'em sock'em.
Alright. Well, this one is under the influence. We'll see what happens when that turn comes round. She's holding her action. She's holding her spiritual weapon. Oh no, well, no, she's not going to do that. That's a second level spell. But she can as a bonus action. But my point is, it's another second level spell, and she'd probably rather it. So she'll just attempt to stand in a position where you would be flanking the creature.
Okay.
Right. Bedrick, you're up. Yeah, you're up, Bedrick. I think you're muted. If you are speaking.
Maurice here.
I'm here. Yes, I'm still at the entrance, but I'm not really.
Yeah, you're down in this courtyard. There's a bunch of debris lying about. You see the wooden door to the east, and then some heavy material curtain here to the south.
Okay, I was holding an action. Do I see any goblins?
No, you don't see any goblins.
Okay, then I'll use my. Okay, I'll quietly move my way inside the doorway. Not all the way. I'm not going to use my whole movement. Just get inside. Enough to get in, basically.
Well, you are in this particular courtyard area that's open, so you've got things you can do in here if you'd like.
What's your perception?
You can roll a perception check to see if you hear to see if you see or hear anything. Yeah.
All of us.
No, just Beatrix. It's his turn.
Can we assist him?
Not necessarily. I mean, you'd have to roll on your turn. So no, this is just for Beatrix to roll.
Alright, I rolled an 8.
Yeah, no, it's with the rain and the adrenaline still pumping through you. You're not really observant at this point. You don't see or hear any goblins or any foes within the immediate area.
Alright, no, that's fine.
Yeah, what you see is what
We'll
you get at
just
this point.
continue.
You see the door, you see the curtains there, and you can either go in this direction, or head back out, the way Emma had come.
Well, what? Not by myself in there, or are you there? You're not.
No, you're not by yourself.
well,
Emma is as soon as it.
Yeah, and Jock is still on the roof,
Okay.
sort of.
That's
Yeah.
fine, I'll wait there with him. And I'll still carry on holding my action in case anybody appears.
Alright. Well, it took your action to do that perception check, so you are standing ready for what may happen next. Alright, so that will end your go. Okay. Fuck, these guys seeing what's happening and them being picked off, they are going to make their way back this way. Seeing that you're on the roof. They're gonna dash back. Yeah. Okay.
Run, fuckers.
Alright. Okay. These guys follow. Come now. Not wanting to risk that wall climb. Then that will end. There you go. Alright. Sassoon is up. So seeing that everyone is kind of gathering here, he is going to, let's see, I'm gonna roll. Okay, I'm gonna roll for him. If he rolls 1 to 10, he's gonna go this door. If he rolls a 10 to 20, he's gonna go that door.
11 to 20.
11 to 20, sorry.
Okay.
Let's see. Alright, a 2. So he's gonna go to the eastern door. He moves up to it. He is gonna spend an action to listen and hear if there's anything behind there.
Can I feel if it's locked?
Well, I think he's gonna listen first because he doesn't want to fiddle with the door.
Listen first, yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fiddle with
Okay,
the door.
oh yeah.
So he's gonna do perception. Alright, yeah, his sharp ears keep a listen out. He looks back at the rest of the party. He says you can hear very muffled voices, but it sounds like they are a bit of a distance away, perhaps. He says we should, if we're going to go this way, we should go with caution, but it doesn't sound like they're immediately behind this particular door.
Okay, they're not immediately behind the door, but it doesn't mean there's not anybody in the room.
It doesn't. I mean, it might. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit difficult for him to tell. I mean, that's a high roll, but he thinks that there might not be anyone in there. It might be sounds coming along from a different section of the castle.
Oh, okay.
So he says he's going to peek. I think at this point he's gonna just slowly open the door and then just open it up and see what he can see. Just a crack. Just a crack. Alright.
Just crack. Just a crack.
Just a cracker. Oh, fuck.
Crack-a-lacka.
So, and he sees...
More hallways.
Yeah. What he does see is an open door on the far side. With he cracks this open, sees an open doorway, an open door on the far side. Yeah. So the door is unlocked, and on the far side he sees, as he peeks through, the larger form of a goblin, a familiar looking hobgoblin who he had been chasing, as well as other forms that he can't quite make out. He gently closes the door again. Yeah. So he pretty much
recognizes that.
Yeah, that's the same hobgoblin that that rushed into the castle.
Okay.
And he saw some other figures as well, just shadows and slight movements behind the hobgoblin, and like a table or something other what's happening in there.
Okay.
And he does mention this. He quickly says, hobgoblin, and others perhaps. All right. He says, I think I'm gonna have him roll just an insight check, just to if he can figure out what is going on, or what to make sense of what he saw, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, so 13. So he kind of just communicates that it's probably the hobgoblin reaching whatever leader they may be. So it could possibly be the leader's quarters. He mentions, or he doesn't.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what he gleans from that. He might not.
Yeah,
mention it. He doesn't.
but he
have
doesn't
time to
know.
mention
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
Okay, that'll end his turn. So soon, Aro, you're up.
Okay. Did that goblin come out or not?
Not yet. No. It's not their turn yet, but you can hold an action if you want, or do something.
This where's my thing? This wall here.
Mm.
How high is it?
It's not very high. It's like 4 feet maybe. 4 or 5 feet. It's not very high.
So my idea is to hide behind it and see if she can lure it completely out.
Just keep in mind
Or,
that.
you know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna keep my action, get my axe ready, so that when the goblin is out and the doors close, we surrounded him and
All right.
I just clobber him.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right. So you are okay. Daenerys has spent her action already, so, and a lot of her movement and stuff. So, I'd say you would have to try and close the door. It's not going to take an action to close, but it's going to be very difficult for you to do from your position.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah.
But if I show myself, we're done.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you could just stand and hold your position there and attack. At least you're not cornered or anything, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna stand a bit out of the way, and kinda. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if he can come around the corner. I drag him and hit him or attack him. But
Alright.
if he doesn't, that's not the end of the world now.
Okay, let's see what happens. Alright, that
No.
ends your go. Okay. Now, top of the round. This goblin starts. Yeah.
This goblin now by the door.
It's
Okay.
top of the round now, yeah. So, he, under
this
the
is-
spell,
yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm actually quite tired.
Okay.
You should advise. Do you want to finish this interaction or?
Well, let's go to, let's finish this. Let's go to maybe like another 10-15 minutes, and then we can kill it.
Yeah, I don't think I'll manage 10,
Alright.
15
Okay, let's
minutes.
just finish this. Alright, no, that's fine. Let's
Yeah.
finish this interaction and then just because I mean this is going to be a little bit complicated and then we
Yeah.
can take it from there.
Yes,
next
100.
time. Alright,
100%.
perfect. Alright, so it makes its way, starts making its way out, listening to Daenerys' suggestion, saying, "Oh, where?" Like also now not realizing, but also speaking in common. You say there's a friend wanting to see me, and he's going to turn towards. He's like, "Hey, that doesn't look right," but not quite knowing who you are, not really understanding what's going on around it. It's still confused. It's not going to attack, but you do have your opportunity now to do what you'd like.
Yeah,
to
no,
take your action.
I'll see if I can just grab him a bit further and then attack him.
Alright, you won't
Like
necessarily.
around the corner.
It's going to take an action because that will be a grapple action.
Oh, that will be a grapple action.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Yeah, no. I just attack him
Alright, roll
with
to
with axe.
hit. Okay, you're doing your double attack, right? Because you got two
What
weapons.
with
You got your mace and you got your axe.
Oh yeah. My
Yeah,
bonus
dual
action.
weapon wielding.
Two weapon
wielding,
fight.
Yeah.
Two weapon fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So first one. Hit him with the hand axe.
Yeah. Roll to hit.
17.
That will hit. Roll some damage. Hand axe damage.
9.
Yeah, and that will do it. You chop into him. You manage to sever his throat. And the goblin goes down in a fountain of blood at your feet. You do hear the goblin behind him that saw him leave and felt the spell now on high alert. See that happening. I mean, he was also following close behind, not really understanding. And it's going to see you do that so soon because it kind of happens on the same turn. And he's going to come in to try and attack you, only seeing you and another goblin behind you. And then the goblin over here. So it thinks that you are coming up the stairs, perhaps fighting your way through, not knowing that Daenerys might be an enemy.
And this other goblin.
Yeah, behind you.
I mean, he just... Yeah.
I mean, he only takes us in within a matter of a few seconds. So
yeah, in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, so he's going to try and attack you, but you do have another attack left that you can use.
Can I use my mace attack now?
Yeah, you can go for roll mace attack.
9.
That misses, unfortunately. As it comes in towards you, it manages to get its sword up in time to block. And it is going to go in for an attack.
Okay.
Roll, that's a 7 to hit. So it misses. And it just snarls at you. This other goblin's going to come out. It sees Daenerys in goblin form. It's going to roll perception check to check if it realizes against her spell DC. I just want to see what it's close. I just want to see if her spell DC is 13. It rolled an 11. I just want to see goblin perception. That's a minus. So yeah, it doesn't realize that Daenerys is in fact not a goblin. So it's gonna come rushing out and take you from this side and also roll to attack.
Okay.
It doesn't get. It's not proper flanked. That is plus. That's 14 to hit.
Yeah, my AC is 14, so yeah.
Okay, so that just hits. Alright, so that is going to be
Roll some damage.
roll some damage. Target D6. So you take 7 points of slashing damage as it comes out and manages to get through your armor, giving you a deepish cut, and you start bleeding from this wound.
These goblins, they hurt, eh?
Yeah, hulle klap seer. And there's another one coming out. This one looking, this fat, ugly goblin comes striding out, looking rather vicious and nasty. A huge meat cleaver in its hand. This must be Yeg standing in front of you. But it's not going to have any space. It's going to just first check if it notices Daenerys. It does not notice Daenerys. That was a 6. Okay, and then we have some other goblins coming out here. But they're not going to be able to reach you. They're just following behind. Alright, and that will end their go. So next week we will pick up from this point. Emma, you'll go, followed by Jacques.
Alright. Cool.
Fantastic. Okay.
Alright, all that planning for nothing. So
Well, that's how it goes.
yeah, that's how it goes usually. But yeah, actually not
Yeah,
sure.
tonight it-
Hey?
No, I said tonight. Last time it was the elf out Stone Cold. Tonight it's Bedrick out Stone Cold.
Shame, man. Yeah. So
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good
Thanks,
night,
everybody.
guys.
Have a
Sorry.
lucky Friday.
See you next
Thomas,
week.
can I just confirm the goblins that attacked Sassoon now? Was it Sassoon, right?
Adar.
Was it from this side or from this side?
You're not sure where they came from.
Oh.
Yeah, Adar, I mean, at this point, Adar's not really in front of the door, so he doesn't see the direction they're coming from. But, I mean, Adar and Daenerys knew that there was some sort of activity happening behind this door. Sounded like a mess hall or something like that. And as something was going on, the alarm was pretty much sounded before Daenerys and Adar started knocking on the door. So these were the last few dregs that were
Yeah,
still
just preparing to go out.
preparing to, yeah, exactly. And they came
Alright.
rushing through from this direction here. Daenerys would have seen that, but Adar wouldn't have noticed that. And you guys on the other side, they have no idea what's going on this side here, pretty much.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Alright, sweet guys. But yeah,
Okay.
take this
Cheap.
in, think about it, and yeah, we'll reconvene next week. Same time, same place.
Yeah, but I'm so place. Okay.
Cheers, everybody.
Good night.
Alright,
Thanks,
guys.
everyone. Okay.